Hello? Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope you're keeping well. And today we take our first flight in the Synaptic A220 brought to us from iniBuilds. It's an Airbus, a smaller Airbus, but it's an Airbus. And we're going to figure out how it works. Yeah, brilliant. Right. I hope you're having a great old day. We were out for the pints, the lovely pints. We were out for pints last night and I won all the games, but the lads changed it to make it look like I didn't win all the games. Right. So we had bowling, pool, we had darts, you know, and then there was this other game, I can't remember the name of it. I forget the name of it now, but it was very good. Brilliant. And I was victorious in all of them. Yeah, right. Do you know, that's how that works. Do you know what I mean? But how are you all keeping? Hope you're well. And yeah, learning this machine, I had a quick read over the manual. I installed it and now I'm, right, we're going to give it a bash, right? We're going to give it a bash. So this thing has been streamed to, you know, the hilt over the last week or so. So it's our chance now, you know, to see what happens, see how it behaves. You know, so we're on the ground here at Cork, Echo India Charlie Kilo, and we're going to go from Cork, Ramaloop to Dublin, Echo India Delta Whiskey, and then across to Shannon, Echo India November. And we'll probably use Say Intentions, I'd say, for our ATC coverage, and we also have some multiplayer on here as well. Now, the performance, starting off, the performance of this thing is, it's quite heavy, isn't it? And I don't know, are there settings that I need to kind of figure out what they are, but I did notice it, yeah, it's quite a heavy old machine now when it comes to your performance. So we'll see how that one goes. But let's see what happens. Shuffleboard. Yes, it was shuffleboard. Wang Gibbo. Shuffleboard is brilliant. It's like, I don't know what it's called. Curling balls. I don't know. But you kind of, you know, you kind of slide the gadget down the table. And the very end of the table is 3 points. Not so end is 2 points. And then over the halfway mark is 1 point. And they put salt down on the table, you see. So between myself, Gibbo, Muse, and Adam, it became a combatant arena. You know, you glide your gadget down the table, and then Muse or Gibbo would knock it off. Yeah, right. Very competitive, but it was a load of fun. And we're here now. No side effects at all not at all. Fit and healthy. I'd run a marathon. You know, in me dreams now, but you know, right, we're feeling well. We're all as well in the realm. So, yes, we shall see what the crack is. We're also sporting a brand new livery for this aircraft, but thanks to Cyrus T, he only went off and did 2 of them. We have the Alpha, the FireFly Air Alpha livery, Gibbo designed, and now 'tis on the A220, thanks to Cyrus, dedicated to Mrs. Two-Tone, no less. And then we have a vintage variant, beautiful variant, and that one's dedicated to Dougal. That's very nice, right? So that's our that's the spiel now, lads. Do you know? Looking forward to this. A new aircraft, something to sink your teeth into, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it behaves. Highly anticipated aircraft is the A220, and it's good to see so many people starting to fly it now. Do you know what I mean? But who's here? Look, on this is Sunday. We don't belong on a Sunday, but I got me stuff done, and well, we're here. So we'll see what happens. Who's here? Look, Mrs. TPHI. She who is inappropriately upside down. Welcome in, Mrs. And thank you very much indeed for 17 months, be the Janie. Who else is here? Look, Cyrus T, the man of teal, has rambled in with his emoticon emojis thingies. Yeah, brilliant, right? And he hopping, he doing the shoulder number, look. Avra Vulcan, good to see you. Retriever Neil is here, welcome aboard. Have I a bit of music, maestro? Be Janie then. I remember that, right, it's one of those, isn't it? Would you call it like the memory song? I remember then. Back when, you know, yesterday. Speaking of which, it's 19 degrees here in Tipperary. It's 23 degrees in the man cave. And beautiful sunshine yesterday. The owl, right, After Sun is doing great things, lads. After Sun is a great bit of stuff. So I've been on the After Sun like you wouldn't believe. And it's right. The lads were kind of upset when I met them last night. They're like, I thought it would have been like a lobster. Yeah, a great bunch of lads, you know. They sound like that. But anyway, Retriever Neil is good to see you. Wicked Lumberjacks is here. Commander Balosh. Happy Sunday. I hope you're well. Now let me see. Mrs. TPHI also so much streaking. 250 streams in a row. Jesus. Thank you very, very much indeed. Now let me see. Other buttons. Now, who's this now? Bob is here. Good to see you, Bob. It is time for a pint. Indeed, it is. JP Gaming's in the house. Welcome aboard. Ava Vulcan says it's Monday 0100 for me currently, but I'm here to watch this flight. Nice. We'll see how we get on. This could be hilarious, right? Rage quit and everything. Two dogs. Good to see you. Idle cut off. Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. That's very out of focus. Well, it's a good job it is out of focus, isn't it? It's out of alignment. Oh, Jesus! What the bashing me knee? Who put that there? Ooh, but right, that's the telly sorted now. Right. Right, anyway, who's here, look? Mac Vision, good to see you. Hope all is well. DeRuiter is here. Liptorius, good day to you. Gibbo Ireland is in the chat. Good to see you, man. And we're fit and healthy. Adam and Muse fan, on the other hand, I reckon are in a total state of Jesus. Right. Just Roy, thank you very much indeed. Tier 2 for 28 months. Roy, thank you very, very much indeed. Hope you're well. Crotty is here. Mugan, good to see you. Uniform Goose, good day, Goose. Welcome in. Yes, welcome. Yuval, good to see you. Hope you're well. Button's here now, look. Let me see. Posse Bob, thank you very much indeed for continuing that sub from Creo. The Forgetful Larry is here, checking in from Kilmonton. Larry, we saw the photographs that you shared from the Bray Air display yesterday. They looked awesome, man. Were you up on the hill or were you down on the beach? Welcome in. Now let me see. Fly with Maid the Bat. Good to see you, bud. It's Bathtub Pickles here from YouTube. Welcome in. Now let me see. Filthy, 52 months.
That's a big 10-4. Good
Thank you very, very much indeed. That is a big 10-4, good buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, Shuffleboard, great game. Mr. TPHI, happy Sunday. Hope you're well. Who else come in here now? One Foxy, Bingo Gav. Gav, hope all is well. Good to see you, buddy. Flipper Alloy is here. Welcome aboard. Where is this now? Spulian, it is called in the Netherlands. Wait now. Julian. How do you even pronounce that, Roy? Jeez, we'll be here for a while. Paparazzi, good to see you. Happy Sunday, bud. Jazz Master Jazz. Welcome in. Idle Cutoff says it's 26 degrees in Cambridge. Is it that hot out there, is it? Yikes. Paparazzi says, hope all is well. Looking forward to the A220. Landing is tricky. Need getting used to. I need to figure it all out. I'm looking forward to it now. It'll be loads of fun. Do you know? If it breaks, I'll blame someone else, of course. Do you know what I mean? Bleed is here. Welcome aboard. Out here in the suburbs is out there in the suburbs. Welcome in and happy Sunday. Strap21, hola. Welcome in. Muse fan, how he is his man jokes is from RD. Hi. Muse, good to see you. Now, did you go straight home after last night or did you find another, do you know, a place to get a pint? Bell Bro is here. Could you imagine now, lads? I beat Muse fan in pool and the darts. I mean, that's terribly embarrassing for Muse fan. Oh, and the hammer. Ding! Yeah, beat him in that as well. Poor old devil. But sure, listen, he gave it his best shot. Bit like Louth. But anyway, right? See, I can say these things now because you can't hit me. First thing Muse fan did yesterday, he sounded like that. Give me a big hug and what then? A pat on the back. The sunburn pain, you know. And we're like, Muse, did you not hear me say, don't slap me on the back? My hammer score wasn't 100. What happened was, Gibbo only recorded, I put in the gadget and I waited and I whacked the platform, but I didn't allow the platform to come up. And then it came up after he finished recording. And then I absolutely went Thor's hammer on it and it went off the radar. There are no more points, it said. I got them all. Yeah, that's exact right. I got 28 and Gibbo got 28 as well, you know. Yeah, see, no one recorded me getting the score. Oh, just we have to go back just to prove he's wrong, right? Just to prove he's wrong. Bloody hell. Rhinoceros, good to see you. Rhinoceros or Rhinoceros? Rhinoceros, good to see you. Jeff J. Jefferson is in the house. Welcome in. I'm grand, sure we didn't go full mental. We went fairly mental. No, yeah, I don't know. Death's Angel is here. Tier 1 for 3 months in advance. The absolute mad ticket. Good to see you, bud. Neither Murph. Wait, what, Larry? Where were you? Cornwolf is here. Happy Sunday. Hope you're well, buddy. Dazza T. Arab. Good to see you. Dazza, we're home. It's like, flight simming stuff. Yeah. Oh, do you know what came in the mail? I got one of these. It's a wing flex gadget thingy-majig. I haven't set it up yet. Doesn't it look terribly fancy? I blame G-Lock. Because he showcased it off, and I was like, Jesus, that looks kind of handy, doesn't it? So I got one of them. So I need to figure out where that goes. Right, came in the mail. But anyway, we're over here. Look, there was buttons pressed. Cool Pilot, good to see you. Now, let me see. Riverside, California. Nice. Lingering over the purchase buttons for this one. For the A220. Yeah, we're going to have to check this one out. Jeez, the screen got very dark, didn't it? Very dark. We'll have to see what happens. Straight back to Adam's gaff. We were very sensible. And then you went on the pints. Right. I thought the hammer score was 1. No. Rubbish. Veggies, no. Rubbish. These are all talking out of your ear. And Captain Cocktail is here. Happy Sunday, buddy. Hope you're well. Who else come in here now? There's buttons. Visualize, welcome in. Psy120 is here. Exo Giant, welcome aboard. Very happy Sunday to you, folks. And yeah, it was all... Wait now. Wait now. Show... Wait, hang on. Shoe... N. Is it? Like you and Bull. Sholin. Jesus, Roy, why did you have to pick a hard place to live? Home. Jesus, I know that's right. Now, let me see. Workable Meat is here. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Over to the tube, Dave Cleary. A legend, Dave. Welcome back, Dave. Good to see you, bud. Paul is here. Welcome in. They addressed that in the latest upgrade, the memory leak, says Paul. Right. Yeah, I'll have to check it. Dave is here. Welcome in. He says, the A220 performance drops off a cliff for me on approach and landing. Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Beardy Sim Pilot, good afternoon. Angry Jay. Welcome in, Jay. Happy Sunday to you. Don Waldy is here. Welcome aboard. Yeah, so this is an aircraft I haven't flown. I've literally loaded it in, created some cameras, and I linked my Navigraph. And I did the throttle thingy. That's it. There has been no power to the machine. Haven't even started the engines yet. So this is going to be great crack. Let's see what happens, right? Fibro. I say Fibro. Is it Fibro? Welcome in, buddy. Very happy Sunday. So yeah, I need to... oh, come here. I was saying this to Gibbo yesterday. You see, Murph, I don't really notice that with your microphone. I'm like, yes, but when you're up this close, it should sound an awful lot better. Yeah, right. Do you know? But then you have to be like 8 in the microphone. That looks just weird. Do you know? And where's this now? I'm trying my best. He can't even pronounce English. Right? Proof that my darts victory is in the Bremen bar. Rubbish. That was too loud, though. Was it too loud? If I'm up here. Oh, it is too loud. Well, we can bring it back to around here, and it should sound a little bit better. But I'm right. I live out here somewhere, you know. But yes, Muse fan. Muse won the first game of darts. I'd have won it, but I got bust twice. And then I won the second game. It was brilliant. I couldn't believe how good it was. Yeah, right. But anyway, right. Will we get into this one? I think we shall. Buttons. There's one. And there's two. Where's this now? Sound like public radio. Yes. You're always too loud. I have you on 22% on Twitch. I'm at to hurt me wrist. I'm on. Yeah, but that's me, Cyrus. You know. You have to be loud in this gig. You know. Imagine if we went the opposite way, you know. It doesn't even pick this up. I could be talking down here and you'll hear very little. And they're all like, speak up, Murph. What you say? Or maybe that was just perfect. I don't know. Right? Keep it like that. Brilliant. Creo, good to see you. 170 streams in a row. Thank you very, very much indeed, buddy. Hope you're well. Perfect. Keep it like that. Yes, are absolutely... Are you just saying down here is where it should be? I can't even hear me when I talk this slow. Muted. Colonel Fork is here. Good to see you. That's better, right? That sounded a lot better. No, we're going with this. Bliss. No, this stream is so relaxing like that. But I know that... No! I'm loud. I like to be loud. I like to be loud so people can hear me. And if it's too loud, well, you know, this level is perfect. Which one now? This one or the other one? Excessively salty. Good to see you. The stream is so relaxing like that. Well, you know, Shunty McShunface, good to see you, bud. The one you like, man yourself, right? It's been approved. This is the volume. We're going to continue it. And poor El Cyrus, and who else was in that parlour? Exo, no, he was all right. Crotty, right, into the bold corner now, the Perry. But anyway, now we have sounds. Sounds better if you move away from the mic, Murph. No, further. Keep going. Shag off. Right. Zybog Doc, good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. So here we are, lads. The Airbus A220 from Synaptic Simulations. Look at the, and I tell you, this thing is heavy on resources. Ain't lying. We're into the 140s. And just to put a bit of perspective on this, there's an airplane that hasn't become an airplane yet. Wicked Lumberjacks, it's still growing. When it comes to aircraft comparisons, I'm usually up on the the 200s or so. So this is quite heavy. It's a particularly heavy machine. But we'll ramble through it. We know that they're working on updates, and I'm actually rocking 1.03 through iniBuilds. But we'll have to see how we get on, right? Tuesday's patch helps with performance. Maybe so, maybe so. Hopefully so. Like, it's not... I'm like, okay, I haven't flown it yet, but okay, yes, it is heavy, but I don't think it's anything unplayable from what I can see thus far, right? So we'll wait and see. Mod is here, good to see it. Yeah, let's see what happens. Delivery size is tiny, says Cyrus. Yeah, it's a beautiful livery though. It's the Alpha livery, and this aircraft dedicated to Mrs. Two-Tone look. Ooh, very fancy, right? Very, very fancy. They've got about 4 performance patches lined up. Excellent, excellent. So, as I said, Cyrus made us 2 liveries. We have this, and we have a retro livery one. And to be honest, the only time I've used this airplane was at when I was over in Flight Sim Expo, right? So it just means now I get to go exploring it, and there are some absolutely stunning details here, isn't there? Like, the visuals on this aircraft are second to none. They're beautiful. So it's going to be very exciting, but it is heavy on performance. And I'm rocking a 5090, lads, and it's heavy on performance. So, there is teal in there. Look what he did, look. He actually went ahead and put teal into the gadget, look. Good man, Cyrus. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Almost as heavy as my belly after the holiday. Yeah, right. Oh, you didn't put that in there. Interesting. Look, this is a beautiful looking airplane. They've put in tons of details. The modeling is absolutely gorgeous. The textures, like looking at the detail even on the in and around the engine and on the engine mount, like, it's gorgeous. There's no two ways about it. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. And you can clearly see the work that's gone into this aircraft. Everything from the brake line indicators, all our hydraulics going up, decals on the landing gear, right, the struts. It's incredible. Now, so let's go exploring a little bit more. As I said, we have this beautiful livery. We do have an option to have a SATCOM on the top, which is there. And again, the modeling, it's just superb, isn't it? It's real nice. Really, really nice. Hey, Hayden is here. Good to see you, Hayden. Welcome in, buddy. Yeah, 100%. If you show, not even 10 years ago, Bleed, if you showed this 6 years ago, if this was an aircraft that we had in Flight Sim 2020, we'd be like, mother it. Like, it's just unreal, isn't it? Absolutely unreal. I have to say that the reverses do deploy, but have no effect at slowing the aircraft. Ooh, interesting. Heisenberg, 21 months. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. Baba Shag says, does anyone know if it's coming to PS5? Or are we getting shafted? Put it this way, there's no shafting, right? Mrs. TPHI, say nothing now. But developers want to get their aircraft and add-ons onto PlayStation. All of them do. It's just going to take a little bit of time, right? A little bit of time. But it's not that they're trying to... I don't even know what you're trying to fix. What are you trying to fix? Is that not the way it's supposed to be? Cyrus, I'd nearly leave that there, because now at least we can absolutely see if the APU door is open. I'd leave it there, buddy. But yeah, it's this thing is gorgeous. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about, is there any agenda about bringing aircraft over to PlayStation? They absolutely want it on PlayStation. All developers. Microsoft want add-ons on PlayStation. Made the bat, you're in a Huey upside down on top of the terminal in Cork Airport. Will you move it on, you big idiot? He had a terrible accident. But anyway, looking at this aircraft and our own livery, it's super, super nice to see.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, look at this. We got vents down here. We got exhausts down here. And it's only when you start learning about this aircraft, its history, the heritage, Bombardier over to Airbus, you can kind of see where it's very kind of, She's different, very different. Eamon is here, good to see you. So yeah, I'm very, very much impressed with this machine. Visually, this thing is absolutely stunning, right? Where else? If you go into the cabin, and again, we have a cabin, right? Beautiful detail in here, isn't it? Like, it is absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful looking. So when it comes to the art, the decals, and all that kind of jazz, you will not be
Can I get a refund?
No, shag off. There's no refunds. You won't be in any way disappointed with how the airplane looks at all. It's gorgeous. But it's not just for the looks. Well, we need to see, can we fly it? Is there, do you know, what are the systems going to be like? And I do notice, as I say, moving around, even on my screen, I'm getting screen tearing, which is a sure sight. This thing is heavy on frames. And even reading the frames. Now, I know we're using multiplayer, so allow for that. If it turned off multiplayer, this would run a little bit better. But I just noticed kind of moving around, it's heavy. You're probably seeing screen tearing coming up on the screen. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully now there's going to be more performance patches and all the jazz. But yeah, we won't be worrying about the frames. Let's see, can we fly the machine? Because I'm very interested, right? I think 103 will fix most of the current issues. Hopefully. Well, I'm using 103 now, but it may not be final. You know what I mean? Looks really good. The only thing holding me back is the marketplace purchase. Prefer the iniBuilds launcher. So, I mean, yeah. I think, though, ultimately... Look at that. I think, ultimately, you know, everything is going to be available in the marketplace. Ideally, that's what you want. The iniBuilds, the EINN manager... I couldn't put a time limit on it, but I would be very surprised if this doesn't get released later on in life through the INI store. Do you know what I mean? I imagine they will be able to do that. Do you know? So yeah. Let's see what happens. What hardware are we running? Exclamation point specs, but it's a 5090 with a 9800 X3D. It's a machine. It's a machine. So where we're at now, like there's visual stuff here, which is probably the best I've ever seen. I mean, even look at it. Like, it's ridiculous. It is unbelievably good. So once they have, you know, the initial release and then a couple of patches for fixes and then performance, that's usually how things like this work. So there's no surprise that they're aware of issues. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's the main thing. And to be fair to iniBuilds, they are fairly quick coming back with stuff. You'll see constant updates. So I've no kind of real fears that it's going to be, it was rubbish. It won't be rubbish. It's going to be brilliant. Might just take a couple of patches to lock it in. You know what I mean? But anyway, where's this now? Someone has the other livery next door. They do. That's absolutely deadly, look. Is that the Dougal one? It is. Is it? No, that's the retro for Northland Air. Right? That's a Max, I take it. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's an MD-11 there as well. Beautiful. I think you have to go into the plane with an open mind. It's not an A320, so you can't fly it like one. Yeah. No, 100%. So what we're going to do, lads, we're cold and dark at the moment. I've no flight plan, so we're going to go over and grab a flight plan. So we're going to use SimBrief. We're going to go into our dispatch system, and we're going to create a new flight. So what we're going to do, our airline is FireFly Air. Our fleet number is 235. We're departing out of Cork Airport today, and we're going to head up to Dublin. The aircraft is going to be selecting the A220 300 series, which is up here. And the profile should already be living now in SimBrief, and it's the Synaptic and iniBuilds. All right. So what we have here, cruise profile, that's all fine. Scheduled block is about an hour. We're on the TISM 1 Quebec departure for Tismo and the Subtle 4 Lima. Our runways, we're getting a 16 departure and a 28 left arrival. That will do nicely. Generate the flight. Top Gun Glennie, good to see you, bud. Welcome in. Right, so we're going to load up our flight plan. This all looks good to me. We can see our passenger count, block fuel, baggage, cargo, all the shebang. Right. We do have an alternate for Shannon, but we're gonna fly to Shannon later on. Right. Now, what we can do with say intentions, we can load all this in, and we can use the brand new AI uplink where we can take full control over GSX. We might do that in the second flight only because I don't know this airplane yet. So my focus is going to be on the airplane, and then when we start getting a little bit kind of comfortable with it, we're going to start really filling it out, enhancing everything with a bit of say intentions, right? Retriever Neil says, my system is struggling with multiplayer, but I did several flights yesterday. Frames are okay. Yes, that's going to be a thing. Because we're using multiplayer, it's going to be a little bit less than what you should get. Stu Snape is here. Short intro today, nipped out, had a pint. I have been sure I would have missed the intro. Stu Snape, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Saw the picture, looked like a lovely pint. Lovely pint. Right, so let me see. We'll start off with our EFB here. And I was looking at Gibbo's setup there yesterday, and he has this. Gibbo, were you saying, was that on glass out, or was it just you popped it out? This ran on like your tablet, didn't it? But anyway, settings, that's where I've linked the likes of, SimBrief and all that kind of jazz. So we're going to go into My Flight, and we're going to import this from SimBrief. Cork International up to Dublin, right? And we'll get a quick look at the METAR. Cork at the moment, winds are 120 at 12 knots, good visibility, but it's raining. Few clouds and scattered between 24 and 3300, broken at 8000. Temperature 16 degrees and a QNH 1015. Glass out, brilliant. I'll need to do that because Gibbo has a little iPad and with this tablet on it. Absolutely brilliant. So that's our routing here. Departure time, that's all looking good. We can get into the actual flight plan. And I love the way iniBuilds and Synaptic, like they do this. We can increase the size of the text and we can just look at the overall flight plan, the operational flight plan, or just go by, the summary, fuel, weight, flight log, wind, all this kind of stuff. Right? Pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to go back one. We're going to go to the load sheet because we want to load the aircraft according to SimBrief, but I might add an extra bit of fuel. We'll see. So we're going to import from SimBrief. Here's our fuel. I'm going to throw in an extra ton, right? So that becomes 48, 46. Passengers are all grand. I'm going to load the aircraft and that should be done. Next up, we have a look at our takeoff performance where we're going to read it's Cork and it's runway 7. Let's import this. So Cork and his runway, no, it should be runway 16, is it not? So runway 16, here we go. And let me see, that's okay. Surface, well, it's raining, so it's wet. And then we need to put in our winds. Now, it doesn't see that, we can sync the weather. Look, there we go. And we can also sync what's in our FMS. So pretty cool. Just Roy, yeah, the Say Intentions interface, really well done. Really, really well done. It's awesome. Max Stallion, good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday. Hope you're well. Gibbo's asking there, does anyone know how to silence the autopilot horn? Pressing the master caution, but it isn't working. So oh jeez, there's a window shade. Do you hear the sounds of this thing as well? Brilliant. Gibbo, explain to me what's happening. So you're saying the autopilot disconnect. Usually what you might have to do, you would map a button to this ticket here, just like you would on an A320. But I haven't come across it yet, so bear with and we'll try and figure it out, right? So it's very much a glass cockpit, this, isn't it? And we look up ahead and here's our overhead. So we're going to start with some stuff. Now we don't have external power available, so we'll have to go back over here. Ground equipment, remove chocks, toggle jetway. I don't see it. Here we go. Attach the GPU. And we get sounds for that as well. And if we open the door, that's pretty good. Like, you get great sound effects in this aircraft. Doc Nader, good to see you. 210 in a row, Stu Snape. That's crazy. And only 6109. What a bargain. Right? Cool. Right, so we have a bit of stuff here. It's a little bit dark, so we're going to light it all up. Before we turn on that battery, a couple of things. Landing gear is in the down position. Flap handle. Where's the flap handle? Flap handle is in the up position. Let's move up our armrests. It's a beautiful, like, the artwork on this machine, isn't it class, lads, isn't it? Like, it's freaking gorgeous. And, like, for cockpit builders, right, the A220 is probably going to be one of the more easier aircraft to try and replicate because it's just, 5 massive screens. Pretty cool, right? But anyway, we're going to turn on the batteries. So we have battery 1 and battery 2. Let it all warm up. Emergency lights go to arm and external power activate. And now we wait. So our screens are going to come to life, right? And we give it a few moments. It's thinking about, you know, what it does. Sci120 says to turn off the autopilot horn, press the red button on the side stick twice. Try that one, Gibbo, see if she works, buddy. Or Gibbo would come back and say, I've pressed it 1,000 times. Right? 100,000 times to poor old devil. But anyway, so our systems are coming up here now. My eyes are drawn to this. See the way it says FMS1 fail? Let's not panic. We'll leave that sit for the moment, because my thought understanding is it just takes a few minutes to initialize, or at least I hope it does. So we'll see what happens, right? Wolfie is here, good to see you. So we're not going to touch that for the minute. We continue on upstairs. So we have a couple of lights here. Turn this on. We have a dome light. Oral warning, probes, window heats, CVR test. I'm not hearing anything. Integrated lighting, overhead lighting, annunciator lighting, service interval, is it? Reading lights, so they're just... And I like this with the switches. You can rollerball them, or you can kind of just grab a hold of them and they move across, right? Nav lights, we'll turn them on.
Hello there.
They already were on. Logo and wing inspection lights can go on. Passenger stuff can come on. Simulator Lucas, welcome in. They don't touch the aircraft in real life for 8 minutes after power up. Ah. I know that Edward the pilot flies this in real life. Now, hydraulics, we shouldn't need them now, but I am going to horse these onto auto. And everything else here looks grand for the minute, until we need to worry about that APU. So if you come back down to our screens, we didn't touch anything. That FMS1 fail has ran away. Now, we're going to be using Navigraph. And see this active period? That's what we're going for. Now, that says native, right? But I have loaded Navigraph into my database. If I come down to menu, right, and we go to data, and we go to data load, reload data and software, and we're going to go with Navigraph. So we're looking at, why are they out? Oh no, they're not out. 2607, that's accurate, isn't it? I think it is. We'll double check it, friends. Yeah, 2607 is active, so we'll go ahead and turn this guy to here. Start the load, and it'll load up. Shot out! Damo, good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday, man. Okay, so load complete, right? Return to the other menu. That's all tickety-boo. And now we'll go into FMS. Right. Flying tonight, welcome aboard. Alright, okay, so we have some status, search, and defaults. Now, they were saying some things about performance here. If you turn off, you know, some of these plan or match, or your plan or your map pages, right? So if you want to change around the screens, this is pretty awesome. Just come across the top here of our main panel, and we say, right, on the right-hand side, what do we want to show in here? Well, we can go like CNS is going to give us our frequency. So I'm going to leave that guy on there. And then we can select the left display. We can do the same over here, over on our main panel, PFD. We can move things around basically, which is awesome, right? Murph, I had the same issue, so I mapped set autopilot disengage to me joystick. Nice. Yeah, we'll check it out. Are the FMS displays also connecting to glass out? I think so, Roy, yeah. Well, I'm saying that. I think so. Right, so systems are coming alive. We're going to focus now on our flight plan. So if you go into flight plan, and we're looking for an uplink. So we'll do an uplink, because it's all connected using my username and also my user ID. We're going to send that, pending. It says it's complete. Lovely. Close that. And we're going to copy it over to our... Why didn't that come up? Copy it to our sectional, or our secondary. So if we look at our secondary, try that flight plan uplink again. There we go. So that came in, and we'll activate this. So now we're departing Cork, going to Dublin. Our cruise is flight level 230, and now we can put in our departures. So we'll go departures, and according to the brief, it's going to be runway 16 on the Tismo 1 Quebec. Runway 16 on the Tismo 1. There's Tismo 1 Quebec, and we'll go ahead and done. Next thing, our arrival into Dublin. We'll probably change this later on, but we'll program it for now. We're going to be on the Sutex 4 Lima arrival. Horse it down. So it's going to be Sutex 4 Lima. And we're planning an ILS runway 28 left. Vectors, probably from pizza. And we're going to say done. Now, the wind information. We can go into this now in a moment. Wind and temperature. We're going to request the wind and temperature. And I can see the waypoints here at Tismo. Why isn't that coming in? Oh wait, I have to execute it. Here's our wind information. We'll go back to the init page. Now I don't seem to have stuff in here. Copy it across to our secondary flight plan. So climb, cruise and descent. So our average wind. And it's going to be cruise wind on this one. It's going to be 220 at 27. So if we put in 220 at 27 knots, and we'll just put it in during cruise. Average ISAA, or average temperature. Average ISAA. Deviation is going to be 0.8 or positive 8. Wonder where we need to drag that in. And maybe we can get it from here. If we go back here to our takeoff performance, right? And we'll sync and sync. And we're going to calculate. Lovely. Now I'm unsure will that go directly now to the FMS. Sync FMS. Maybe, maybe not, right? German Sim Aviation, no, we're using default weather for this one. Kubi Montana's here, good to see you. We need to work on that salute of yours. That's better, you know. We're only talking about saluting earlier on. You can't see your thumb, look. If you do, where's your hand? There is a send to FMS button. Oh, look. Send to FMS. Good man yourself. Right. Lovely hurdling. What else then? Our load sheet. Load the aircraft. Sim brief. Now, does this go into our FMS? It should do it automatically, right? Anyway, I digress. So, what are we looking at here? Flight plan complete. Winds have been put in. Fuel. Fuel factor 0. Fuel quantity. 0 fuel configuration. Now our 0 fuel weight, where does this come from, I wonder? Fuel planning, block fuel. Well, we have that information. Block fuel is going to be 48. So we'll put in 4800. 4800, right? 2 zeros. 4800 block. Then it disappeared. Nutty Taff, good to see you. Press send to FMS under calculate. Yeah, we have that gone in, but it's more to do with our weight and balance. You know what I mean? So when we load sheet, the aircraft is loaded. I don't see a button to send it, right? Stu Snape says load page on your... Yeah, so... Oh, wait, sorry. We just copied across. Right, that'll do. 0 fuel weight is going to be 49,433. 49,433. So, 49,433. 0 fuel weight. Pop you in there. There we go. Center gravity is going to be 24.4. 24.4, right? Number of packs was 115. We're getting there now, lads. Delete. 115. Lovely. And that's it there. And we'll execute that now as well. Sometimes this page is buggy until the IRS has been aligned. Roger. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. So that's our fuel setup. ETP, don't worry. Performance, takeoff thrust, or takeoff set 1, flex, or hang on. So that's going to be flap 1, is that right? No, here it is here. Set V speeds. So we're not flexing. Does that mean like she's toga, no? Departure profile standard. Why not? Anti-ice will be off, cowl anti-ice off, bleed source will be engine. Runway wind, outside air temperature, and then flex. Whatever you do not delete a waypoint in your flight plan. Instant problems. Really? Okay. Now, flex temperature. Will that be on here? Performance, takeoff. So, we're looking at weight, thrust configuration, auto. Takeoff, takeoff 1, takeoff 2, takeoff 3 are auto. Send to FMS. Okay, so thrust is takeoff 1. So I imagine that's some sort of a... That's a D rate, I imagine, right? Oh, it doesn't have flex temperature. Right, so you do have thrust D-rate. That'll do. Okay, thanks for that, lads. Right, so that's all grand. Takeoff 1. APR disarmed. I need to read up on that one. Our climb, 275, 250 below 10,000. Transition level is going to be 6. Well, we'll have to get on say intentions to find out this one. ATC, say intentions. Let's see what happens. It does like to put discos in the flight plan. Yeah, we'll check them as well, don't worry. Now, SimBrief, we better file this flight with say intentions. Your flight plan has been sent. Excellent. And we'll go new flight. This is all the new UI with say intentions, by the way. In a very tidy, very, very tidy. So we'll go ahead and grab the 8s in Cork.
Aero kilometers. Few at 2400. Broken at 7700. Temperature 16. Dew point 11. QNH 1015. Transition level 60. Broom operations in progress. Expect some activity near the ramp area. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
Okay, so it's information Lima, alright? So we'll give him a shout. Cork ground, a very good afternoon. FireFly 235, we're an Airbus A220. Information Lima on stand 9. Request IFR clearance to Dublin. I hope I have my call sign right. I could have done that wrong. We could be November 235 instead of Firefly. We'll know now in a second.
5 Romeo Mike, cleared to Dublin via the Tismo 1 Quebec departure. Initial climb 4000. Departure on 119.9er. Squawk 7311.
Cleared to Dublin via the Tismo 1 Quebec departure. Initial climb 4,000 feet. Departure on 119.9er. Squawk 7311 for FireFly 235. So pilot portal and update me call sign. Because I'm a Muppet.
Mike, read back correct.
Okay, so settings, do this quickly. Aircraft call sign. And we are FireFly 235. Okay, and we'll just talk to that again. I might have to look for a new clearance, we'll see. So we'll give that a chance again. Information Lima. Okay, we'll try this. We'll just repeat the process. Cork ground, very good morning. FireFly 235, Airbus A220, stand 9er. Information Lima, request IFR clearance Dublin. Now let's see how she handles. What else do we need to do? That's good, that's good.
FireFly 235,
Excellent.
cleared to Dublin via the Tismo 1 Quebec departure. Initial climb 4000. Departure on 119.9er. Squawk 3241.
Cleared to Dublin via the Tismo 1 Quebec departure. Initial climb 4,000 feet. Departure 119.9er. Squawk 3241. FireFly 235. Alright, so we're saying easy now. We're saying 3241, is that right?
FireFly 235, read back correct.
So we're saying 3241, is that right? I think it is. Test pilot's here. Good to see you, man. 3241. 3241. Test pilot, 53 months, buddy. Hope you're well. Thank you very, very much indeed, man. Alright, 3241. 3241. 3241. Auto. Standby. Tara. Leave it on Tara. We can go auto. We'll go Tara. Alright, so initial or indicated airspeed. We'll go manual for this one because you know what I'm like. We'll horse it up the road. Let's give it a moment now. We're going to bring this to speed. Flight director, I'll worry about that now in a moment. Our next port of call is going to be get the APU online. Alright, up on top, APU, power on. Give it a moment. And then start. What's this now? Exec flight plan mod. There we go. Now, speaking of our flight plan, let's go in and look for any discos. So if we look at our route page, runway 16, Tismo, top of climb, top of descent, then we've Sutex, and then there's a disco. Now, why did it give me two? That's very interesting. Sutex and then Durham, and that's our approach in. So it's giving us a waypoint here. So I wonder, do I just delete that? Delete the disco. Selection required. Select constraint. So now we have Sutex, Durham, and all the way in. And we'll double check this in our plan. And let's go down through it. Execute. Now, how can I go through my plan? How does one cancel all that? How does one go through their plan? Is it this? No. Oh, it's not that. Drag the map. Oh, not very handy. Okay, so this... Oh, that's very handy. Right, okay. So, Catpor, Soren, there's Sutex. So, yeah, we're looking good. That's... We probably won't fly the whole approach, but that's what it's going to look like. So, looking at my flight plan, yeah, I've no discos. Looks like they fixed the flight plan buggery, delete a waypoint. Nice, okay, Gibbo, nice. Alright, let's see what happens. So, in terms of configuring the aircraft, it sounds good. We'll go through a quick checklist. Park and brake, batteries, ECL. What's ECL when it's at home? Is that equipment cooling? DU2. You can also do it direct in the ND, like in the A350. Ah, okay, right. Nice. Right, let's have a look at this now. Why is my phone beeping? I need to see what ECL is. ECL. Johnny Boy. Good to see you, Johnny. Welcome in, buddy. Gens, APU gens, TOS, bleeds, fuel. ECL, it's in the checklist. Yeah, it says ECL, but I don't... Wait, hang on. Is ECL electronic checklist? Okay, let's pretend it's on. So let's power on. Okay, ECL is the checklist. Roger. Pre-flight. First flight of the day it is. Ice detector. Okay, these are all our tests. Right, we'll say that's grand. Circuit breakers are done. Rudder trim. There's rudder trim. It's in neutral. Aileron appears to be neutral. Right. Rudder trim is done. Oxygen mask. Airplane documents are on board. Engineering bulletin. Yeah, all as well. Emergency equipment checked. Gear pins. Overhead. Glare shield displays. And ECAS. Altimeters have been set. Click that, please. Center panel, pedestal, and side sticks checked. Okay, so before start, departure briefing. We'll go through that now in a second. APU is on. Seatbelts, doors, beacon, and park and brake. Alright, so next step is going to be, we know our APU is on, and APU generator should be automatic. The bleeds should be automatic. So I should be able to disconnect ground power, yes, and we haven't lost a thing. We'll go back into our ground here. And we're going to remove the GPU. Remove the chocks. And we should be able to toggle that jetway. That's a door closed. Jetway should vamonos. Dave, yeah, nice one, nice one. Alright, okay, we're getting somewhere, lads. And our departure briefing. G'day, Shane. Can you talk me through our departure briefing?
All right, Murph, we'll be departing from runway 16, flying the Tismo 1 Quebec departure, climb altitude initially to 4,000 feet. Weather looks clear, no significant issues. Squawk 3241, departure frequency 119.9er, flaps 5 for takeoff. Ready to roll when you are...
Nice, okay. Spitfire RAF 100. Good to see you, buddy. Memphiston is here. Welcome in. Hope you're well, lads. Now, I see a couple of options here, look. So, let me see. Takeoff will go to rejected takeoff. No steering turned on. Cockpit door is open. Janie, there's the jacks. Close that. Now, we should have a lock for this on this machine. There it is. Cockpit door. I wonder, is it an auto lock and then we unlock it? It's gone off me EICK, so I think we're okay. Doors are done. Seat belts on. And the checklist seems to auto update as we're doing this, I think. I have it on auto. It wants on. Nice. APU or external power is set. Departure briefing is complete. Beacon light coming on. Alright. Park and brake as required. Okay, that's our before start check complete. Then we'll have our taxi. Alright, okay, we'll see what the crack is. Cork ground. FireFly 235. Request pushback and engine start. No steer off until we're pushed back. Ah, yeah, it'll shag the toe. Right, gotcha.
FireFly 235. Push and start approved. Face north.
Push and start approve. Faced north. FireFly 235. Alright, so we can go with the GSX option. We can control that with say intentions, or indeed we can use the inbuilt pushback gadget thing here. So we'll use the one here for this. So let's just kind of get an idea of what we're doing. Engine startup on this is going to be engine on. It's an Airbus. Throttles. There's me ping. So there's idle. Lovely. And then we have our engine switches. So we have all this stuff here. This should be grand. So pushback and startup has been approved. We want to connect the tug. After pushback started. So if I release the brakes away, and let's go for start on engine 2. Right engine and engine on. Will this do it? Won't this do it? Let's find out together. Okay, leave it on engine start auto, because I can see the starter coming up, look. We have sounds. Now, we're manual pushback here, so we're going to go nose left, tail right. Can't see a thing. There we go. Oh, she's very pretty. Jesus, it's very pretty, isn't it? There's your mama. Alright. And let's stop there. And I'll go park and brake on. Viper Strike, welcome in, buddy. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the stream. You've been swallowed by GE Aerospace. Motley, welcome aboard. Quart is here, welcome in. Super Typhon, welcome in. Viper, hope you had a great stream, buddy. Okay, so right is, you can hear it. We have soundage. Sounds lovely. I mean, of course there's a beluga with us. I mean, of course.
Myself.
Okay, so we've engine sounds coming up. That's ridiculous. Who's that? Made the bat. You're, you know, total madness indeed. So she's still on start. Not the fastest engines in the world to start. Sure they're not. They're interesting. Now we do have options in our EFB, I think, for sounds, don't we? Settings. Audio. Yes. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Keep it on 100%. Right. Oh, we've charts in here as well. Cork Airport. Oh, that's very good, isn't it? Excellent. Right. Engine 2 is now alive. So let's go with engine 1, please. So we can see engine 1 starting up. We've rotation on N2. Oil pressure coming up. Oil temp will come up. And then our fuel flow will kick in. So it's an automatic system with fuel flow. They have gearboxes. Yeah. Nice. Now, according to our performance, what was flaps? Flap setting will be 2. So we'll have a look across. Nose wheel steering comes back on. And flaps will be set 2. So landing gear handle, don't break that, Murphy. There's our slats. And then we'll see our flaps drop. Beautiful. I haven't flown yet, Sid, no. Beautiful animations on the slats and flaps, aren't there? I mean, look at the detail. Isn't that something, isn't it? Isn't that quite something? Look at the detail, lads. That's beautiful. Okay, as we're spooling, we might do a quick flight control test. Loads of traffic. So we'll let's go left side. Left ailerons. Spoilers. And we'll check the rudder and elevator. Elevator up. Elevator down. Rudder right. Rudder left. If we horse ourselves across to the far side. And let's just have a look at our flight surfaces. Ailerons right. Left. And we'll go spoilers. Alright. Yeah, the visuals are gorgeous. FMS performance departure configuration. Right, she's given out to me. Message. Check departure performance. Okay. So we will go to flight plan. Init. Departure. Performance. Departure. V-speeds complete. Engine bleed source. And departure profile. Okay, why aren't you liking here, Chief? FMS performance departure configuration. Off? No, she's going to be on engine. So we have a good start on both engines. We're going to power down the APU. APU off. Taxi. We're looking good up here. You haven't turned your APU off yet. Okay, so it was the APU, because if we told it we were going to take off at the APU, she'd have been grand. Right, we're getting somewhere. All right, okay, so before taxi, let's go in through these checks just to make sure we're okay. So we're going to see the APU is now turned off. Anti-ice as required. It's auto or on. So, anti-ice. That's gens. Fuel. Air. Packs. Window heats. Oral warning. Boost pumps are on auto. Hydraulics are auto. Electrical auto. Just across from the APU. APU, TOS, and anti-ice. Everything's on auto, look. So they're all checked and set auto. Anti-ice wings, auto or on. Cowl wing, auto. Okay, so it appears that it auto checks these when you press them, but not all of them. Flaps have been selected, flight controls have been tested, no steer is on, ECAS is clear. Auto brake RTO, no PED, that's okay, and that's complete. Then we have our before takeoff checklist. It's going to be APU bleed, FMS, trims, flap, anti-ice, auto brake, thrust, cabin. Okay. Cork ground, FireFly 235, request taxi. Let's see what happens now. Beamy, normal, Drew. Good to see you, buddy. It's right above the landing lights. Yeah, we got it.
FireFly 235, taxi to holding point runway 16 via Alpha.
Taxi to holding point runway 16 at Alpha, FireFly 235. Yeah, it auto checks the system for you. That's pretty awesome. All right, okay, so we're ready to move here. We're going to go off the brakes. Small bit of power. Oh, the sounds. Absolutely gorgeous. Did you hear that? I only barely moved it. Absolutely gorgeous. Performance is a bit of a kicker, lads, I'm not going to lie, but we are using multiplayer, so that ain't going to help things.
FireFly 235, contact tower on 119.3.
Over the tower, 119.3, FireFly 235. We'll see you. Alright, 119.3. We'll talk to him in a moment. Angels 15 is here. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, 'tis a little bit heavy. We've got a Rob MCR ahead of us. The brakes are very sensitive, aren't they? Brakes are very sensitive. That's not a bad thing, you just know they work. We'll sit tight behind Rob MCR for the moment. Alright, while we're waiting on Rob, let's have a look at some of our status pages. So, status, tire pressure is good, APU is off, its temperature is running down, the door is closed, engine temperature looks good, the right engine has been running longer, so there's a couple of degrees in the difference. Our air system, this is pretty cool, all are environmental, the bleeds are being ran from the engines, they're coming into our left and right packs. If we were to set the temperature, here we go. You can actually hear the fan spool up because it needs to go to work. So we've changed the set point, so they'll start putting in new temperatures. So we've set in like these degrees, right? The doors were armed all the way across. Electrical systems were being fed directly from our left and right generator with the APU currently turned off. We have DC and AC power throughout all our buses. We're looking good. Flight controls, we'll do a manual check on screen. Elevators up, elevators down. We're going to go full left. We're going to go full right. Slats and flaps set to 2. Spoilers, we'll go ahead and throw them in for good luck. And we'll move the rudder. And we have full movement. Fuel page. Fuel is running. We're not using any cross feeds. Left and right fuel tanks are working. Our hydraulic systems, 54% seems a little... No, it's about bang on, look. So the hydraulics are being ran from the engines, it looks like.
Hello there.
And we're using 3A. 3B is off, that's our secondary. And then we have a 2B and our PTU, which we're not using. Avionics. That's where we do our tests, right? I'll learn that one. Information, previously acknowledged, grand. CB, battery charger out. Okay, so we have a circuit breaker out. Rating number 50. Now, if I was a battery charger, where would I live? Right. So she is reading a fault. Circuit breaker. Navigation, air, landing gear, engine. Okay, where's the rest of these puppies? Yeah, performance isn't great, lads. Especially in multiplayer. Any other circuit breakers? Naughty Gnome is here, good to see you. Okay, so I'm unsure where that circuit breaker is. Can I clear that? Status tripped. Battery 1 charger out. Location. EPC 1. Right? I think that's a bug. I'm trying to think, where's the rest of our circuit breakers? Are they hidden behind like little consoles? Flight controls, anti-ice, indicating. Flight controls, hydraulics. Little door here, but that's the jacks. That's the jacks. Battery power, here we go. Normal. That's interesting now. Battery 1 charger out. Okay, well, it's not bringing up anything in the EICK, so I don't think she's too important. They're electric breakers. Most of them are. Okay, so how do we... Status, right? So there's one tripped. So how do we untrip it? Let's clear that. So if we're going to say I can't select it, see, look, there's no way to select it. I'll need to learn this one. Alex McCardle, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Yeah, I'll need to figure that one out. I'm unsure how to fix this, so we'll worry about that later. Right, APU bleed as required. FMS.
Aircraft Mike now, current QNH 1015.
Okay, anti-ice, auto brake as required. ECAS is good. Thrust, we're going to check. Runway is confirmed. Cabin will be ready. We'll come up here and ping the cabin. I imagine that's our cabin. We should get a little beep to say cabin is ready, but sure, look it. And that's going to be our before takeoff. Normal is going to be after takeoff. We'll worry about that now in a moment. We continue our taxi. We're going to go to holding point Alpha, which is here on runway 16. Right? There's a whole page with CBs, says Don Waldy. Via the FMS, is it? We'll see what the crack is. Tower, very good afternoon. FireFly 235, holding short, runway 16 at holding point Alpha. We're ready to go. Nice and tight. Lights will be coming on. Strobes. Lights.
FireFly 235, Cork Tower, runway 16, winds 110 at 8. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16, clear for takeoff, and we'll fly the runway heading for FireFly 235. Right? He's now playing. We have a clear climb up to 4,000 feet. Our instruction was to fly the runway heading. Let's see what happens here. Can I get VSD on this map?
Approaching runway 16.
Terrain.
Approaching
Traffic.
runway 16.
Weather. Can we have weather and terrain? No. Terrain off, weather on. Okay, weather doesn't seem to work. FMS source is on FMS. We'll go terrain. Load. Now, isn't there a button for like our vertical stuff? No? Go to overlay. Overlay? VSD. Man yourself. Okay. So we're going to be runway heading. Let's just sit tight for the moment.
On runway 16, remaining 6,700 feet.
There's a delay between me hardware and the plane. Look, it's a runaway friggin' dial. Jesus. Okay, we're going to call it 162. That'll do. Lights. Flaps. Transponder. Toga buttons. Toga. Flight director. Heading. And we'll worry about this now in a minute. Alright, power coming in. Auto flight fault. Worry about that in a second. Okay, engine stable. Takeoff power set. Speed alive. But jeez, the sounds are amazing. 80 knots. The sounds are absolutely amazing. V1. Rotate. Yupsie daisy. And just like that, we're airborne. Positive rate of climb. Gear coming up. Okay, autopilot master. We're on heading mode. Let's go VS. Watch your speed.
FireFly 235, contact Cork departure on 119.9er.
Over to departure 119.9er, FireFly 235.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
We're not overspeed. Well, we said 200. Auto throttle. Here she goes. Departure, very good afternoon. FireFly 235, passing 2,000 for 4,000 on a 162 heading. Alright, so speed, let's call it 215 so we don't get too excited.
FireFly 235, Cork departure identified. Climb flight level 100, direct Sutex.
Roger, climb flight level 10,000, direct Sutex, FireFly 235. Alright, up the hill. That's heading up the hill. 10,000. And we want to go direct Sutex. Route. And we want to go Sutex. Sutex. Direct. Sutex. Execute. We go nav. And should be left turn. FMS1 is given out. Execute. Direct Sutex, please. Direct Sutex. Execute. There she goes. Okay, speed's looking good. Flaps fully in. Auto brake off. Lights are okay. Speed 215. Flaps coming in all the way. Slots are coming in. That'll get rid of our speed restrictions. Flight plan. Execute the mod. What is it? Sure. And let's start bringing our speed up the road. It's 250 below 10,000. Let's call it 240. And we're looking good. Really good sounds. She struggles with performance though on your PC, but it's friggin' awesome. Right. 1015 we've just gone through, so we need to go standard push, and that should be synced on both sides, which it is. Back to our checklists. After takeoff, landing gear up, anti-ice, ECAS, no seatbelt, that's okay, checked. After takeoff checklist is complete. High altitude climb, descent and approach, right, leave that alone for the moment. Speed is now holding, we're at about 250, climbing through the clouds, we're cleared Sutex, direct Sutex, which is where, miles up the road. Funny that they gave us a direct Sutex, but anyway, we'll take it. We're coming up on 7,000 feet, and everything here is looking good. Lights keep on for the moment. Wait till we get to 10,000 feet. It does sound very good, doesn't it? Cyrus, the only thing with delivery, I think, if you, I don't know if you can. See the way you have this kind of, see the lines? Is that from delivery, I wonder? Is that the aircraft? Oh, that could be the aircraft. Or is that delivery? I'm unsure. I'm unsure. Alright, okay. We're flying nicely. I love the blinds. Aren't they cool looking? Oh, good man yourself.
235, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, FireFly 235. Alright. Keep her going. 190. Thanks for that, Cyrus. Awesome, buddy. Rob, yeah, it's 103, buddy. Jeez, look at the views out here, look. Beautiful engine. This livery is gorgeous. Alright, we're doing well. We're climbing up. We're holding at around 240 knots, coming up to 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get rid of our landing lights and taxi lights. And we'll put our seatbelts to auto. What does no ped mean, lads? Why am I here? Good to see you. Next week is your birthday. Happy birthday next week, buddy. Have a great day, man. Personal that's all very fancy, isn't it? Personal electronic devices. Turn off your shagging phone. Right. I'm going to put me heading back just to follow me because I need to get used to this airplane. I'll say this, it is, performance-wise, it is a pig at the moment, especially in multiplayer, right? But by Joe, it's a lovely plane. It's actually a very nice plane, this. Gorgeous weather, real time, real weather. This is very nice. I was going to say no pedicures. Oh, Jesus, look at this, lads. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We're looking good. Let us fix this camera. Now you're threshing. Over to Shannon Centre, 124.7, FireFly 235. Alrighty then, we'll talk to Shannon. Shannon Control, good afternoon, FireFly 235, passing flight level 150 for 190.
FireFly 235, Shannon Centre, identified. Good evening, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, FireFly 235. Alright, 230, up the hill we go. Now we're still using vertical speed. If we went into flight level change or VNAV, let's go VNAV. And turn off VS. No, we can't turn off VS. How do we fix this one? Looks like we're staying with VNAV. Sure, that'll do. I will say, isn't it absolutely gorgeous? It is a beaut. It is a beautiful machine. Right, so loads of people flying around us, which is always great to see. Fuel is looking good. We're still in climb. We're at 240 knots, 275. Now, if I go to FMS, this will take over. There she goes. And now if I go VNAV. Now, I don't know why it's given out to me. Is it because I've set 2000 on this puppy? Because I don't think I could turn him off. Feet. What's this FPA? Or do we go flight level change? There, now we're talking. Flight level change with VNAV armed. Thrust is given out to me. She's now in speed. And now it regains it. So see our speed coming up to about 270-ish knots, and then our altitude will climb. FPA is angle. Okay. That's interesting. So we're coming up here on top of climb. Let's bring out our map here a bit so we can see what's happening. Top of climb is coming up in 5 minutes. Just got a notification from Say Intentions on my watch. It's amazing what you can do with it, isn't it? VNAV works a little bit differently. VNAV plus the other modes, yeah, okay, they keep the constraints. So it's flight path angle, Dave. Nice. Yeah, lads, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with this. Like, if they can do something with the performance, so far flying it's doing exactly what we've asked. Descent and approach, that'll be our next one. FMS, so anti-ice, that's already auto. FMS, minima, auto brake, ECAS, and arrival briefing. We'll worry about all that now in a moment. But do you know what? I'm actually liking the layout of things here. For my PFD, MFD, this is pretty nice, isn't it? Like, this is a pretty nice plane, isn't it? It feels very CRJ meets Airbus, doesn't it? Like, they kind of nailed that. 1,000 feet to go. Like, show of hands. I never use my chrono. Show of hands here in the chat. Who has this airplane and flies it? Ones if you fly this airplane, if you have it. Twos if you're planning on getting it, and 3 if you don't want to get it at all. Yeah, right. So 1 if you have it, 2 if you want it, and 3 you've no interest. Haven't tried it in VR yet, incognito. Couple of 1s, couple of 2s, couple of 3s. That's a personal question. Long Nuts is here. Good to see you, buddy. Mrs. TPHI.
FireFly 235, descend via Sutex 4 Lima to 3000 into Dublin, QNH 1016.
Roger, we will descend via the Sutex 4 Lima arrival down to 3,000 feet for Dublin and the QNH 1016, FireFly 235. Okay, so we're after getting our descent path. It's going to be via Sutex. So, do we now set this... How does this work with altitude constraints? Do I horse in 3,000 and this will then keep us on our flight plan path? Because at the moment we have it down on altitude hold with VNAV, right? But how do we put in the path? We can see that our next... Well, I wonder, can I start dropping now? No?
FireFly 235, heads up, the field's about to change runway configuration. Approach will most likely still give you runway 28 left as they shift.
Roger, we'll expect runway 28 left. Thank you, FireFly 235. V-path is armed, so it works like Boeing. So, at some stage when we get to top of drop, she'll automatically start descending. Is that right? Quart, have a good one, bud. So they're just giving us information there from Say Intention, saying that, look, the real world ops, they might be changing the runway, but I've set it up in the pilot portal for Say Intentions. Don't throw me them curveballs just yet. Let's keep it to what SimBrief has, which is pretty cool. Alright, Shane, let's talk through our departure... Sorry, let's talk through our arrival briefing, please. Keep an eye on our speed, yeah.
Alright, Murph, we'll be arriving in Dublin on flying the Sutex 4 Lima arrival. Transition level is 60. Weather's looking alright. Winds 110 at 8. In case of a missed approach, we'll follow the published procedure. Squawk 3241, approach on 119.9. Flaps 30 for landing. Final approach speed 135 knots. Taxiing to gate 619L. Ready for the arrival when you are.
619er is what they're going to give us. Okay, landing performance. Let's go ahead and have a look. So if we were to sync this, no, select airport. Really? Airport. Echo India Delta Whiskey. There we go. Sync. Runway 10. No, it's going to be 28 left. Now, do we sync FMS? And sync SimBrief. Right, grand. Sync. Options. Grand. Compute. Oh, there we go, look. Factored, stop margin. There's no BTV in this, sure there's not. Maki says, I enjoy getting the changes, keeps you on your toes. Yeah, no, it really does. Especially if it's busy. and you're trying to say, well, where am I supposed to go? So VPATH is armed. I wonder now, will this should take us down according to the star, shouldn't it? It's a beautiful view, isn't it? Look at the state of the view. Idle cutoff in a Panavia tornado coming up on our left hand side. Wing wave. We need a wing wave. There's a wing wave. Good on yourself, idle cutoff. Brilliant. Okay, so we got a tailwind here as well. So, takeoff was fairly straightforward, right? We're using this terrain thing that runs. I don't like the way it keeps this little command box open. Not a fan of that. That's just from my OCD, but it doesn't appear to be using resources, so we'll leave it sit. Yeah, the star for Dublin, 7,000 and hold it. Bears Bikes, good to see it. No, we're using say intentions, Mr. Flight. So we can see here, look, we've information. And now, oh, look at that. VPATH, and now she's descending. Excellent, excellent. It's doing what we want. Now look at her speed. 275 is what she wanted. Engines are starting to roll back. We can help these by adding drag, but we'll wait for a moment, right? The VATSIM servers have crashed. Have they? Oh dear. Well, another reason why I love flying on say intentions. I love the window blinds. I love the colour. And I love the livery. Cyrus, you've done... Jesus! Grippy! I mean, any closer. Yeah, right. I love the livery, Cyrus. Which is beautiful. Look at the difference between this and a 320. And we're a good bit smaller as well. 115 passengers. That must be fairly full for this. I must read up to see what it is. So she's going to struggle here with her speed. So let's go spoilers. 275 is what it wants right now. But I imagine that's going to drop even more. And the engines... The engines react quickly to speeding up, not so much slowing down. VNAV isn't as clever in some other aircraft. You need to keep managing the speed. Dave, sound. Okay, we'll keep an eye. So what I might do, we'll go into our flight plan. No, we'll go into our performance. We'll go into our destination. Speed, that's okay. Arrival. So, set V speeds. Failed. Okay, this is interesting. So outside air temperature, runway... So airport references. So why is arrival data? Arrival data. So we need to find runway temperature and wind. No, runway T and wind. That's interesting. Outside air temperature. Let's find out.
FireFly 235. Contact Dublin. Approach on 119.555.
Dublin approach 119.555. FireFly 235. Dublin approach. Dublin approach. FireFly 235. Descending on the Sutex 4 Lima arrival. They're going to look for ATIS now, aren't they?
FireFly 235 Dublin approach identified. Greetings, expect the ILS runway 28 left approach into Dublin. Verify information Tango.
ATIS for Dublin.
Formation Tango. Dublin Airport.
Transition 6. Advise.
Tango.
Contact. You have information Tango.
16000. Arriving runway.
We will expect the ILS runway 28 left approach, and we have information Tango on board. FireFly 235. It's asking you how much speed or extra speed do you want to add on top of VAP. Usually it's 5. Plus 5. This part here, is it? So VREF plus 5. We're going to say 5. Okay, V speeds are in. In real life, we're using... Yeah, so Tarnish. When I filed this flight plan an hour ago, Say Intentions actually came on the radio to say, hey, it looks like they're changing the runway directions, but we're going to keep you on 28 left. That's a setting I have with Say Intentions. It'll ask you if you want to lock your runways into what SimBrief has filed, or do you want to keep it realistic? So I've asked it to stick to SimBrief for the moment. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like, it's Say Intentions know, it just knows when things need to change, you know. So our speed is a bit lively. I wonder how we can slow this puppy down a bit. Climb, cruise, destination. So 275. We're going to change this. So if I were to put in slant 250, will that work? It absolutely will. Execute. And now it's going to drop us down to 250 knots. Brakes out. Excellent. Because this happens a lot. Sometimes ATC will tell you, look, slow her down or whatever, you know. Aviation Key, good to see you, bud. Good evening, mate. Is this airplane hard to get used to? I wouldn't say it's hard to get used to. Its systems are interesting. It's not as it's not as heavily automated as your standard Airbus. And there's a couple of nice changes, just enough to probably, you know, keep you on your toes a bit. But I gotta say, I'm enjoying it so far, man. This is my first flight in it. It's performance heavy. They're gonna have a lot of work there, I think, to make these a little bit better. But it's a solid airplane. I mean, I've had zero issue thus far. Everything I wanted the plane to do, it's done. You know. Now, speaking of, FMS is now programmed. Our minimums now minima. Is that like our decision height? Where does one fellow put that in for our decision height? Because I imagine this is not going to be automatic at all. Landing elevation is in, right? It's on the radio panel. Is that our nav for the ILS? Well, let's see here. Charts, approach, ILS 28 left, 11135. So she's already dialed in there. And we go to the tune menu, clock standby return. What's FPV, lads? Oh, look, it's part of our flight plan. Okay, PFD or nav, Barrow minimums. Barrow minimums 402. So can we go, how does this work now? 402. That looks good to me. Heading mag or true. FMS landing elevation 221 return. All right, we look good. Ice detected. Now, these are all on auto, so I'm not worried. Use the control knob. Yeah, sound, lads. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So we can see here, 402, so that's set. Keep an eye on our descent. Auto brake, we're going to set this puppy to medium. Let's see, would that be hit? Oh no, medium. ECAS, auto brake medium. We ice detected, but that's okay. We're at 8,000. Seatbelts are on. Personal electronic devices. There we go. Our arrival briefing, we've already spoken to Shane. And we'll complete that checklist. Before landing checklist will be next. Altimeters, landing gear, flap, and then our cabin. All right. And again, I've asked Say Intentions to, I'm going to fly the full approach. Now, they might give me a direct. They might, but we'll see. So we're currently at 250 knots. We're coming down to 7,000 feet. We're on our way to Sorin, and then it's going to be Sivna. And I might even just slow us down another little bit here now as well. So currently set 250. Let's call this one 240. That is incorrect. Let's go 240. And let's execute. That'll bring our speed down another little smidgen. And now we're going to hold at 7,000 all the way until we get a little bit further down the road. Wasting fuel, flying the full Listen, Greta will be pleased. Right? Brilliant. All right, this is going to be our first landing of today. I am terribly excited. Very fancy. Medic 24 Life is in the house. Good to see you, man. Happy Sunday. She's actually interesting here with her speed. I thought it said 240, no? I did set 240, so why is she sitting on 220? I suppose VNAV takes over. That makes a lot of sense. Beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous, lads? It's a beautiful looking plane. So a very happy Sunday to wherever you're tuning in from. I have a button. That's where you're all checking in from across the globe this day. Exclamation point, check in, space, and then wherever your location is. So far we have 27 cities and 26 countries. No, 27 pilots and 20... It's all gone shagged. You're after pressing buttons. 12 different countries so far. That's how she's looking, lads. Great to see it where you're checking in from. Numbers are hard. Numbers are very hard today, is it? I was on the beer last night. Hey, Linny Bobbins. 18 months, my dear. Thank you very much indeed. How are you? All right, so we're at 7,000. Our transition level here is 6,000. Let's have a quick look at our route page. We're 7,000 for a while until we get to pizza. There's a disco at pizza. So we need to delete this. Delete? Delete. Execute. Now we're looking better. Had the wrong page open when I did all that. Pizza disco, you say? Indeed, we had a disco at pizza. Wait, what? All I did, I went back into my flight plan. And we just fixed it because we had a little discontinuity. Now check flight plan altitude. Okay, so it's given out to me here now. Let's look at the arrival. So we're 7,000 until we get to pizza. Pizza is going to be... Oh, look, it's after giving me a disco again. Why did it do that? Interesting. Let's go to delete. Delete. Try that again, Murphy. Delete. Delete. That to me looks better. Execute that. Right, did I fix it? Yes. I fixed it. Beautiful. Caribbean Mafia, welcome in. Murph, you can trust... Wait, you can trust Murph to muck it up. Right. As soon as see there's a pink plane or not. There is a pink plane. I'll show you. The Mrs. TPHI special. There she is. That was a whole load of beeps. Interesting. Now, in terms of our approach, okay, I know I'm at my top of drop. 7,000, 7,000, then it's down to 3,000. Okay. It does put disconnects even after you've removed them. Is that a bug or is that how she works? GW706 is the next waypoint. So far, so good. Jesus, we're nearly in England. Brilliant. I was having some timers and I couldn't remember if I checked or not. Ah. Jesus, sounds great. Beautiful. We're at 7,000. Oh my god, I'm like the worst flight simulation pilot in the world. Crying out loud, Murphy. You forgot to turn on your landing lights under 10,000 feet. There's going to be an official court of inquiry, and Murphy, as a flight simmer, has failed flight sim. Jesus. Now, I see a wild goose ahead of us, and a whole bunch of lads up the road, look. Focus. Yes, we must focus. Alright, 220 holding, and then it's going to be our next altitude. We've put in 3,000. Speed. I think we're comfortable at this. Right, altimeters. We can't do that until we have descended, but we know what they are. Landing gear, and then flaps, and then cabin. So that's all going to be absolutely grand. We're about to hit top of drop, and then we're going to be lowering ourselves down. ATC has a number for you to call, right? 11811. Double Fly is here, good to see you. Alright, let's see what she's going to do. Last time St. Tension spoke to us, we were cleared for the approach. And we'll probably capture that localizer at Lapmo, I would think. Great to see so many people out on a Sunday. Fantastic. Right, we'll turn off the nameplates just so I can see the runway and stuff in a moment, lads. Okay, so our glide path is coming in. Our little Diomende. So when this comes into fray, we're going to start descending and we're going to watch our speed. Top of drop has been activated. We can see it flashing on our screen. And now nose down. And that's perfect. Okay, so we're going to come out of standard mode. Barrow. And it's 1016. And now we're looking good. The St. Tension's flight trackers icon for the A220 is a heli. Okay, thanks to the Impossible Face, we shall let them know. Okay, watch your speed coming in. We're very close to kind of flaps 1 speed. We'll get rid of our wheel. That's the Rambog wheel. If you ever want to get that wheel for flow, ! Wheel. It's a free download. And it works with Flow Pro. Okay, flaps 1. Watch your speed. So we're coming in by Pizza. And then it's going to be Lapmo. Okay, speed's looking good. Switch your nav source to the VOR. ILS can be a little interesting otherwise. It's a bug in the real world as well. They prefer the VNAV approaches. Okay, well, let's just see. It's behaving so far. So we'll play this one by ear. Medic, I'm enjoying it so far, buddy. Eagle, thank you very, very much indeed. Good to see you, bud. Okay, 6 miles from Latmo. And we're coming down to 3,000 feet. I might go to manual speed here now. We'll leave it be, leave it be. Easy now. 4,500 feet. And we can probably arm approach mode in this case, will we? Now it's approach on FMS or approach on the local, because we do have the frequency in there, so this should work, right? I wonder if we go to lock 1. There's the ILS in.
2, 3, 5, 7 miles from Max Ave. Turn right heading 245. Descend altitude 2,500 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 28 left approach.
Janie, 7 miles Max Ave, turn right heading 245 degrees, descend 2,500 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS 28 left approach, FireFly 235.
FireFly 235, contact Dublin Tower on 118.6.
Over the tower, 118.6, FireFly 235. Okay, it did not like that at all, so I need to figure out what happened. Get ourselves back in line here, Murphy. So by changing it to lock 1, it absolutely shadazzled the bed. 3 into heading mode. Ah, that's what happened. So my heading, yeah, okay. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. We'll fix it. We're heading to Max Ev. Down 2.5, please. Can I lower this? There we go. There she goes. Flaps 2. And let's approach is armed. We're in heading. Back into nav. Doesn't like nav. There's nav. Not exactly established here, Chief. On the glide, there's a runway. Approach, which is on approach. Approach FMS 1, we're at 2,500. We're off to the, we're too far right. This will get interesting.
FireFly 808 heavy, holding short on runway 10 right at Shannon.
Autopilot off, auto throttle off. I have control. Dublin Tower, FireFly 235. We're on a visual approach, runway 28 left. Watch your speed. Pop the gear.
FireFly 235, Dublin Tower, roger. Cleared for the visual approach, runway 28 left, winds 110 at 8.
Clear for the visual approach, 28 left. FireFly 235. Landing at your discretion.
FireFly 235, winds 110 at 8. Landing at your discretion will be at your own risk.
Why is it doing that? We're very fast. Great sounds out of this machine. We're very fast. Spoiler myths match. Why is that now? Spoiler deploy. Speed is coming down. We'll fix this. All is not lost.
Approaching runway 28 left.
Okay, a bit of weirdness, but we're alright. Keep that speed down. Let's go flaps 4.
It's not the plane, it's the pilot.
Let's see what happens here.
500.
Easy.
Minimum 400.
Easy.
300.
Easy. She's a challenge on landing, I'll give it that.
200.
Easy. 140. We're about 10 knots too fast.
50, 30, 20, 10.
And why did she nose up? Anyone else notice that? She nosed up pretty much straight away. That's interesting. Need to figure out where that is.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Oh dear.
Bank angle.
Um,
Bank angle. Bank angle.
oh Jesus then.
Bank angle. Stall.
Oh Jesus. Where's your man's button?
Oh no! What happened?
It's not the plane.
What happened?
It's the pilot.
Who's in charge? You haven't a clue what you're doing.
Oh no! What happened? What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful. How terrible! Oh no!
Right. It'll polish out. It'll polish out. I'm trying to think what happened. It's after getting terribly loud all of a sudden. Bloody hell. What happened? No, shag off. Batelli, thank you for 51 months, you absolute legend. MDA 009. You had to see it, didn't you? Tier 3 for 43 months. Thank you very much indeed. You saw nothing. It was grand. We just ended up in a pleshka. Does anyone know what actually happened there?
It's not the plane. It's the pilot.
There are no words. If you leave the auto brake disarmed, it doesn't nose up. If you leave the auto brake disarmed... So, okay. So, our auto brake caused it to nose up. Fair enough. Because we have our auto brake set... Well, we had it set to medium, right? I didn't touch the flaps. Our rollout... Our flare looked actually pretty good, right? But then it nosed up. I nosed up. No, it nosed up. I didn't. This thing automatically nosed up. Shouldn't do that because that's cancelling your own flare. Maybe it should do that. Very strange. Your high speed ground with your nose. Yeah, I don't know. It's the aircraft, not the pilot. You wouldn't have landed it properly had you not been busy reading everything. Viper. I was going to ask how the A220 is. Yeah. Gibbo says, Jamie had that the other day. He put it down to scenery, but it can't be scenery. No, I've never had that in Dublin. Do we put it down as a bug? Maybe. Right? Very interesting. Is there anything on the runway? Because we kind of bashed it around here. Our touchdown zone was roughly here. It's actually here. So it's not the scenery. Can't be the scenery. So I wonder what caused that now, lads. That's an interesting one. Like, we ended up... Where am I? I'm over here, look. I ended up in a terrible hoopla over here. Yeah, that's a good one now, isn't it? Hey, Upshift, good to see you. It happened to me in Helsinki, so it's not the scenery. Oh dear. Right, so if it's not the scenery, that is a bug without a shadow of a doubt. But even apart from saying it's a bug, I wonder, is it an aircraft configuration issue? Because, hang on, can we play this back? Say Intentions is probably looking at me going, Murph, what the hell did you do? And I'd be all like, yeah, right. Down there now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I pressed the wrong button. You're such a muppet. Now we're doing one of them. Do one of those. And let's see, can we replay this? So that's before our landing. Here's our approach. So turn this down and turn this muppet back up here, look. Speed is coming down. We'll fix this. All is not lost.
Approaching runway 28 left.
Let's see what happens, right? Bit of weirdness, but we're all right. Keep that speed down. So look at the aircraft configuration. I've nothing on the ECAS. Spoilers were deployed, but I IMSHI'd them back in. So we were about...
It's not the plane.
We were probably 10 knots faster than we should have been. Right? Easy. And I managed to get it back on the glide kind of the last minute. Right?
300.
Easy. It's like a hit a point. On landing, I'll give it that. So we're now at 140, middle marker. Again, nothing on the ECAS. 140. And you hear the engine spool down.
50. 30. 20.
That was idle.
10.
Now see that? Do you see the nose shoot up there? That's all wrong. So here's me flying. I go to idle.
10.
So there's... and look, the nose go up, look. The nose immediately went up. And the nose wheel down. Notice that? And then, you know, nosed up pretty much straight away. So reverses go full. Need to figure out where that is.
Bank angle.
Now, what happened before it? She nosed up pretty much straight away. So you can interesting. Need to figure out where that is. So you can hear the engine spool up in reverse, right?
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Oh dear. Riker, I'm running 1.0.3.
Bank angle.
So it's... Oh, Jesus.
Angle.
Oh, Jesus, then.
Bank angle.
Nosed up pretty much straight away. Gear compression doesn't make sense because at this stage, all our gear were now on the runway. Reverses were full, and I didn't even touch manual braking. Like, we're down to 90 knots here, 85 knots, and then kabloomo. Oh dear.
Bank angle.
Right. For sure a bug. For sure it's a bug. But anyway, log it then because it is specified on the change logs as, oh sorry, Reich F16. I called you Riker. I will log it. Yeah, I'll have to log it as a bug. To be fair, like, they need feedback. You know what I mean? Right. What we're going to do, because that just went, you know, wrong. We'll start a new flight. And because that just, you know, it's dead, Jim. Our second route is going to be from Dublin down to Shannon. And I'm actually going to restart the sim here as well because it doesn't like when you do two flights back to back. Things break. Gibbous says, sorry, but how was quality or QA? I don't know how they missed that. Like that, if that happened just once, yeah. If it happened twice, something wrong here. If it's happening to a few people, that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. Like, that's just like catastrophic. Now, I don't know, is it down to aircraft configuration? How do you know? Like, you know what I mean? Can you set yourself up for a landing and try it again, Murph? Probably. VATSIM is being DDoS. Is it? I don't know. Critical shots. Good to see you. No, that is like that's just a bug. Like, that's just. And to be fair, right? Let's talk back through the whole flight. Uneventful. Everything was working. It was populating discos, but maybe that's what it does. I don't know. Right? It automatically populates discontinuities into your flight plan on your approach. Right? If that bug only happened to me, I'd say, right, the chances are, you know, it being a Murphy issue would be high because it'd say, look it, you know, I'm running other add-ons, there's other plugins, there's, you know what I mean? There's all these things to consider. However, right, if it happens to, or if it's happening to a few other people, well then it's a bug. That's all. It's a bug, you know? It's because delivery is dedicated to the missus, right? Yeah, like, look, I'll feed back this to the team. I've no idea how my sim crashed. I've no idea how or why this has happened. Let's try and fix things here, Murph. Do. Sim doesn't want to play. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how big the beta team is or the alpha team, and the different configurations. Like, I just don't know. You know what I mean? And you know, Murphy's Law. You could fly. You could do a flight between two airports 100 times and nothing shows up as a bug. All of a sudden, you give it out to the great rest of the world, and then there's bugs between certain airports. Is it certain airports? No. Reich was saying it has something to do with, according to the Synaptic changelog page, it's a bug related to gear compression. You know, why can't I find my mouse? Mouse and Q. So if it's gear compression, it's an aircraft bug. But how do you do, like, there has to be a configuration that sets it off, because otherwise it would happen all the time. Do you get me? Is it a combination of a decision height number? Is it a frequency number? Right? Is it like the perfect recipe for medium brake, decision height, lights, spoilers, engine mode, autopilot on or off? You know what I mean? Like, it's where do you find it? But I will report it back. And it's strange to see that, isn't it? But anyway, I've done quite a decent few flights in the A220. It hasn't happened to me yet, but like you just have, I've seen others have it. Yeah. Peripheral related. It could be, Gibbo. It could, like, think about it, man. Like, is it a combination then of, you know, your rudder pedals? Like, where do you start? Do you know? Not making excuses, but like, to figure out a bug, you have to think, right, well, what are the possible things that could be impacting on it? You know what I mean? I've had every bug in every single flight I've done in it. Oh no, sorry. I've had a bug in every single flight I've done with it, says Dave. About 30 of them. I did expect better for a £62 add-on, but it will get there, I'm sure. Like, iniBuilds are part of it. It'll get there. I don't know. It could well be peripheral. It could be a joystick mapping, a button mapping. Like, I'm only guessing. Like, I don't know. If we knew, sure, it'll be fixed. We'll do the next flight. Let's see what happens. It just so happens Murphy's first flight, that happens. I mean, who'd have thought? You know? But we'll just have to wait and see, lads. I'm trying to get my head around it. If it was gear compression, something triggered that. Do you know? I've done 4 or 5 flights, never had it happen. Yeah. Andy, yeah, it could be anything. Not dropping 60 notes on it until all the issues are ironed out. Dan, yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's an issue. You can't hide that. You know what I mean? Like, performance-wise, it's heavy, and I wonder, is that impacting on it as well? I know in a sim, when your sim is running rough, in terms of, you know, the smoothness and performance and stuff, right? Maybe there was a delay between a system talking to another system. Like, all of these things kind of come into it. Do you know? Latency between one system talking to another system, and then it's decoded into an LVAR or a movement. Like, there's all this stuff to think about, you know? Yeah, I've never crashed and burned on landing. That's why it's so completely out of scope. Have you not seen me fly? Maybe try to use the same runway for departure to rule out scenery. I don't think it's scenery. And the reason why I'm saying it's not scenery, how many times have we landed into Dublin 28 left? You know what I mean? Then again, you could say, well, you know, what injects scenery into your sim? Is that a culprit? But it didn't look like an impact. You know, it just seemed like something else. I still think it's in a better state than the A350 was, says Neil. Interesting. Hey, Sim Captain Mikey, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. MK Dublin is solid. Doubt it. Yeah, I don't think it is. I see the potential, but it's still a way off. I don't think it's way off. Something like that is a disaster. That needs to be fixed. That's not like something, yeah, we're working on it. That to me, that requires a fix, right? Now, I don't know, lads. If we were to sit here and fly that, you know, exact flight 100 times, is it going to happen again? Well, chances are, you know, it won't. Do you know what I mean? If it happens in Shannon, well then, you know, that's a clear indication something's not right. Captain Ray, good to see you. You know, like it's when we say we find a bug and we're trying to figure it out, it's very hard for devs to figure. Like some bugs, it can be very hard for devs to go, how the hell did that happen? You know. Sometimes they'll see a bug and go, yeah, okay, yeah, we can see that. You know, it's easy to replicate. And like we lose the plot even with Microsoft, and they built the Shaggin' Sim. We'll say this isn't happening, and they're like, well, we don't know what about it. It's working fine on our side, and we're like, are you mad? Do you know? So it is quite difficult to find out where a bug might be. Now, for the absolute laugh, I'm going to change aircraft and then change it back just so the sim loads it, right? Get in there now, Jemima. So we'll go the Doe fan, that'll really upset it. And then we'll go. Is this a sim crash? No. An unexpected error has occurred. Trying to load an aircraft? A220. Let's go back. We'll load it. And we'll actually give her the other livery now as well. Livery. So we'll give it the Dougal plane. Dougal will appreciate if we crash this, you know. Billy, thank you very much indeed. This is listed on the 103 changelog, which says it can result to being catapulted in the air, overly soft gear compression causing issues during takeoff and landing. Like I'm running 103, but this may not be the final one. What we get through iniBuilds, like it could be a test build of the aircraft. It may not be the most up to date. So even though it's like version 1.0.3, there could be another little patch to be thrown in on that. When were those release notes put out, Dave? Does it say? Because I could be lagging behind that as well. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully it is fixed. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go into Dublin, and we'll get ourselves over here at 318. And we'll go live, and all players. It's a group flight. Let's see what happens. Mooseburger, I for some reason can't get the F-27 to get out of altitude hold. The F-27, that would be just flight, would it not? Billy, thank you very much indeed for 2 months, bud. It could be that every beta tester has not had the exact same combination, but that's what it comes down to. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not... As I say, it can be quite difficult for them to figure out what it is. Like, my immediate feedback with this aircraft thus far, right? It is performance heavy. Now, is it enough that's going to break your experience? No. But it's very heavy. You know, expect the odd stutter, expect a bit of kind of, you know, delays, moving things. That they can fix relatively quickly. A number of patches that get it up to speed. You know what I mean? But yeah, certainly that gear compression thingy, that's an issue for sure. But anyway, we'll ramble in and let's see what we can do. We'll try our next flight, right? We could be lucky. Now, where be this? Simbrief. We'll horse in a new flight plan and find out what happens, shall we? So we'll go into new flight. And we're going to go airline. FireFly 235. We're going to be out of Dublin, down to Shannon in the rain, in an A220-300. Where are you? There you go. Merv, check your DMs. I shall. And 10 right and 6 are active. Very good. Generate the flight. And let's have a look at the DMs here. Do. Let's have a look. Okay. Very good. Roger, Stu, Roger. Okay, we're FireFly 235, departing Dublin, arriving Shannon. We're going to be on a direct, so it's Peleg, non-standard departure. It's going to be Peleg, and then it's going to be on the Deegan 2 Echo arrival, runway 6 into Shannon. That's going to be a very nice flight. Weather isn't great though, so this will make it a bit of a challenge. We're going to pre-file this on Say Intentions. Now I need to go back into Say Intentions because it thinks I'm a helicopter. Right? I need to fix that. So I'll go into my pilot portal and we'll hopefully identify the issue here. So aircraft call sign. It keeps divert. What is that now? Choose. Aircraft call sign. Enter call sign. So we're just going to call it FireFly. Will that work? Right, let's see what that does. I imagine I broke it. That's why it was giving me landing at my own discretion. Because when I was flying helicopters with Say Intentions, if you give Say Intentions the call sign helicopter, for the likes of SkyOps, it knows you're in a chopper, so it's not going to assign you fixed wing operations. But I reckon what happened was I probably left that call sign active and I didn't change it. See here, look, if you ever use this with Say Intentions, under your aircraft call sign, right, you can just use SimBrief. But our problem is, of course, SimBrief doesn't know what FFA is. Well, it does. It calls it Sunshine. Aircraft model. So in here, it was down as helicopter, even though I'm using the long call sign. So in this case, it's going to be FireFly. Settings. Enter new item. So if I delete them... Oh, wait, if I delete these, that'll sort it as well. Good man, Murphy. Good man, Murphy. That's how we fix that. Why didn't I do that? And let's delete these. They're all okay. So I'm leaving that blank. We are FireFly 235, and that's us now set. Deadly, right? So, Jesus. So that's how we fix that, all right? Nicky Fizz, thank you so very, very much indeed for 15 months. Cheers, buddy. The man is a legend. Cheers. It's due out on the 4th, says Critical Hook. Okay, well, right, we're going to do another flight now, and let's see what all behaves. So, buttons, Murph, you can do it. Say Intentions is off. We're going to turn you on. Say Intentions. And this should now load in our flight as we expected. And did I fly my flight plan with Say Intentions that time, lads? We'll do it again for the crack. Pre-file, yeah, we did. All right. Okay, we'll leave you to one side. Say Intentions is up and running. We're going to click New Flight. And this should all be tickety-boo. Aircraft is up and running. And let's go ahead and get some systems up and running. Now, with Say Intentions, well, we should be able to have a bit of crack with this, right? So let's see what we can do here. If I go to my ramp is 119.99. Now, I don't know, lads, has GSX been updated to work with Say Intentions? Or with the A220? That's going to be the question. But we'll find out what happens now, right? FireFly link. Oh, like that. Cockpit to ground. Please connect the jetway and the GPU.
Jetway and GPU coming now.
Excellent choice, right?
Ground to flight deck, jetway is operating.
Excellent, great news. Isn't that pretty cool, isn't it? So the jetway is on the way, and then GPU. Cockpit to ground, please send over the fuel truck and also the baggage loaders. This is with the new AI uplink from Say Intentions. This is savage. This is a game changer for anyone using GSX because you can just interact with it using voice.
Fuel and baggage coming.
Isn't it deadly altogether? Anyway, let's have a look.
Flight deck, fuel truck is on its way.
Fuel truck is on the way.
Ground to flight deck, jetway's operation completed.
Now, do we have ground power? Nope. Let's see here now. Are we going to get ground power? Do I need to leave that clicked on? I do. Fuel truck is on the way. Okay, so it's doing the thing. So we do want our ground power unit. Cockpit to ground, request GPU and connect. There's our fuel truck coming in from over there, look.
Ground to flight deck, roger, stand by.
GPU requested. Okay, so it is doing stuff.
Ground to flight deck, GPU connected, you have external power.
Okay, there he is now on the way. This could be GSX in the aircraft, so let's just see what happens. So here comes our GPU unit. If there's no profile for the aircraft, this is where it gets under pressure, because say intentions can only interact based on what GSX has. If that makes sense, yeah. So I don't think there's a profile left for this aircraft, and if there is, I haven't got it. So they dropped off the GPU, but I'm not seeing external power available. So we might have to do that direct from the aircraft. Anyway, we shan't worry. My flight, we're going to horse this in from SimBrief. Dublin to Shannon, METAR Dublin. So if you ever wanted to read a METAR, the raw code, this is METAR Echo India Delta Whiskey. That's the 4-letter identifier. Dublin is Echo India Delta Whiskey. The date is the 2nd day of the month. And the time is 1700 Zulu. So this is fairly accurate. Winds 100 at 11 knots. Visibility is greater than 10 kilometers. It's
ground
raining.
Flight deck refueling in progress.
Few clouds at 2500. It's 18 degrees, dew point 7 degrees. And the local QNH is 1015 hectopascals. No significant change. That's what it means by that, right? We did all this before. We did a full read down on different things. So there's the fuel truck. So it kind of looks like there is a GSX profile for the A220. The fact he's walking around the engine or into the engine is a little bit worrying. So I have a feeling GSX isn't working. Sorry, a profile. Ah, okay, so you got to download it through iniBuilds. That makes total sense. Even the sound effects and all that are there. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We might disengage GSX for the moment, so... and we'll reset this. And we'll just leave that off. Right, so let me see. We'll go to the aircraft. That's loaded in. Let us now go to ground equipment. We're going to request the GPU, please. GPU has now been added, and we're going to get some power into this aircraft. External power coming on. Lighting coming up. Entrance lights, sure, turn them on as well. Dome light shouldn't need. Hydraulics will turn it on.
Flight deck, jetway connected.
Nav is on. Logo light. Wing inspection lights on for the crack as well. No electronic devices. Thanks for your help on that one, lads. Emergency lights have been armed. Everything else here is looking tickety-boo for the moment. We'll come on down. Main screens are coming alive. FMS1 fail. That'll unfail itself here now in a moment. And we'll continue on in here. We're going to go into our load sheet. And we're going to horse this in from SimBrief. Again, it's giving us 3,800 on fuel. Let's go 4,800 just for the sheer crack. So 4830, let's call it. And we're going to load the aircraft. Fully loaded. We'll go back one. And then it's all about our takeoff performance. FMS 1 failed. That should correct itself now in a moment. Power on. Checklist. Brake, battery, electronic checklist, APU or external, and equipment cooling. Select auto. Is set to auto, and that's our checklist complete. Okay, now this says native. I'm a little bit confused here. 9th of July to the 5th of August. When it says native, is that not Navigraph? No. Or is that using the sim? Do we have to do this on every flight? Horse in the Navigraph stuff? No? Oh no, it's right. Yeah, because look. Navigraph 2503. Well, that's wrong. So it's not actually reading me Navigraph stuff. Navigraph version 2, now it is. Why is that now? Anyway, it's not a big to do. Most aircraft you'd have to do this as well. Their nav data gets updated all the time. So it's not a big to do. Dave, okay, sweet. Alright, so that's loaded. Grand. Let us go back here now. Map, lovely, and we'll go FMS now, and we'll start programming the machine. There's our FMS. So let's have a look here. So status looking good. That's all looking good. Now we'll go to our flight plan. Our flight plan uplink. We're going to request this from SimBrief. Let's go ahead and send. Pending. It says complete. Let's go to secondary here, Murphy, and do the same. That looks a bit better. Message. Activate. Execute. Okay, so our route is Dublin to Shannon. Cruise altitude is 20,000 feet. Departure. Where's my SimBrief plan, Murph? That'll help. Okay, so we are Dublin. Direct Peleg off 10 right. So runway 10 right. Done. Direct Peleg. And our arrival is going to be on the Deegan 2 Echo. Sorry, Deegan 2 Echo, Shannon, runway 6. Deegan 2 Echo, ILS 6. Don't worry about vectors. Done that. Grand. Average wind on this one is going to be 211 at 18. So we'll say 211 at 18. Go back one. 211 at 18. You kind of missed the owl MCDU, don't you? Right. Okay, so we'll execute all of this. While we're on the ground here at Dublin, better grab the ATIS.
Routing runway 10 right. Wind 100 at 11. Visibility 10 kilometers. Rain. Fuel at 2,500. Temperature 18, dew point 7. QNH 1015. Transition level 60. Advise on initial contact. You have information Victor.
Information Victor. Dublin clearance. A very good afternoon. FireFly 235. Type Airbus A220. Stand 318. Information Victor. Looking to pick up our IF4 clearance to Shannon, please. What is this? Your first day? Most normal person. Yes.
FireFly 235, information Victor is current, cleared to Shannon. After departure, fly radar vectors P-Lig, initial climb and maintain 4000, departure on 119.555, squawk 3126.
Okay. We're cleared to Shannon. After departure, fly radar vectors Peleg, initial climb 4,000 feet, departure on 119.555, squawk 3126, FireFly 235. 3126.
FireFly 235, read back correct, contact ground on 130.79er.
26. Roger, contact ground 130.79er, FireFly 235. See ya. Every ground. Interesting ground frequency, but we'll take it. 3126. 3126. And auto will horse you into Tara. There she be. Brilliant. Shannon, amazing. Yeah, Shannon's class, isn't it? Yeah, Shannon is class, lads. Right, okay, so we're looking good here on our English Murph, on our initial setup. Heading, don't worry about 4,000 is what we want. And we'll keep this in manual speed mode here now for the minute as well. So up the hill. We'll go for about 200. Flight plan discontinuity. We'll go ahead and find that now. But there's going to be a disco, so I'm not worried about it. Because there needs to be radar vectors, yeah? Right, up the hill there to about 200. That'll do nicely. Okay, so departure and arrival, that's all fine. Copy to sectional for the crack as well. Wind and temperatures, we're going to request. That's in. Fuel, according to the aircraft, that is correct. Fuel planning, 0 fuel weight. 0 fuel weight, according to the gadget, is... back over to here and tidy this one up. Runway 10 left. No, it's runway 10 right. Surface is wet. Wind, sync the weather, please. Sync our FMS. We're going to calculate. Flaps 2, thrust TO1. And we'll send this into our FMS. So 0 fuel, back 1, load sheet, 0 fuel weight is 50376. So we're going to go put in 50376. That's going to be our 0 fuel weight. In you go, you big Jesse. And our center of gravity is going to be 24.6, 24.6. Go ahead and pop you in there. Number of passengers on today's flight is 125. All heading down to Shannon for the crack. And now our block fuel, total block fuel is 38. I put in 4, so we're going to call it 4830, because that's what we've loaded. And we're going to execute. That looks good. FMS fob mode, calculate's fine. ETP don't need. Performance, thrust takeoff is 1, flaps are set to 2, bleed source is coming in from the engines, takeoff weight, departure profile standard, and anti-ice will be set off. V-speeds have been set, they're logged into the aircraft. Our climb, we're going to be at speed 275. I might dial that back a smidgen. Let's go /250. That's not going to be right. We'll just put in 250. We'll see what the 250, execute. Climb thrust, that's okay. Max rate 238. Cruise speed 275, leave her there. Descending 275, no, drop this down. We want to descend at about 240 for the crack. Just to give us loads of time into Shannon. Transition altitude is going to be 6,000 feet, both in Shannon and in Dublin. And we can see that our our vertical path angle, I suppose, is 3 degrees. So that's all okay. We're going to execute. And let me see, we have a disco in our flight plan, not worried about it. Let's look at the route page. It's runway 10, then we can see there's a disco, and then there's Peleg. We do have a second discontinuity at Deegan, or Daigan. So we're going to get rid of him, delete him. So we have Daigan, top of drop, and then further down. Is that right? Daigan. Yeah, this is, we have a lot of discos in this actually. Come up here now, you. Elpom. I need to learn this system more as to why I'm getting these discos. You know what I mean? How long is Shannon to Dublin? By flight, it's about just under an hour. If you were to drive it, it's about 2.5 hours. It's very much a party plane. Discos all over the place. It's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool. Right, so we're looking good there. We're going to execute this. And that's me flight plan put in. We're expecting vectors to Peleg, right? Door slide disarmed, door open, no personal devices, external power is in use, no steering is turned off. Auto brake goes to rejected takeoff. I want to turn off this second screen, so we're going to put in something useful. Let's put in CNS data. We have all of our status here. Do we still have that circuit breaker? Okay, so everything's fine now. So we were getting a fault. So I wonder was that a Murphy issue? Hydraulics are off because, well, there's nothing driving our hydraulics, so that makes sense. We will, however, get the APU up and running. Doors closed, I can just hear it. Seatbelts on, emergency lights are already armed, and APU, let's go ahead and start this machine. And everything else here is looking good thus far. Overlay, I want VSD, and we'll go ahead and get some weather in here. Terrain or traffic? We'll go traffic, I suppose, and then weather once we start moving. Discontinuity is okay. APU is in start, external power in use, that's all fine. No steering is turned off. ECAS has given us all sorts of warnings here. Avionics look good. Circuit breakers, nothing has failed thus far. We're looking good here. So pre-flight checks, let's go ahead. Is this the first flight of the day? Technically, yes. Ice detector test, that's why it's asking us these, right? Airplane documents are on board. Emergency equipment is on. Gear pins, overhead panel, glare shield. That's all looking good here. Altimeters have been set. Center panel is ready to rock. Pedestal and side sticks all done. Before engine start, departure briefing we'll talk about. APU we'll worry about. Seatbelts are on. Doors will be closed and locked. Beacon and then parking brake. So we should be good for that. Aircraft is loaded. We'll go back into our ground equipment. Let's see if that APU is available. APU is on. Generator is auto. External power we're going to disconnect. Now I wonder, out of interest, did that show up this circuit breaker? No, we're still alive. External power is available. We're going to ask them now to disconnect. Thank you. And at this stage as well, we can go ahead and toggle the jetway. And then we can do our pushback. So we'll try this again with GSX, see if it behaves itself. So we'll close you, and we're going to go to ramp. Cockpit to ground, please disconnect the jetway. But yeah. Wicked Lumberjacks, your sim just crashed. I don't believe you. Okay, so it's doing its thing. Let's
ground to flight deck, jetway retracted, clear of aircraft.
There she goes.
Ground to flight deck, jetway is operating.
Alright, we're looking good. There goes the jetway, and we can connect the pushback. Cockpit to ground, you can go ahead and connect the pushback tug.
Roger, stand by for pushback.
Okay.
Ground to flight deck, jetway's operation completed.
Okay, jetway's on its stuff.
Ground to flight deck, departure clearance has been requested. Stand by. Ground to flight deck, preparing to push.
Okay, over the ground, 13079er. 13079er. Ground, a very good afternoon. Firefly 235 on stand 318. Request pushback and engine start. Immortal Degree,
ground
good to see you.
Flight deck, bypass pin inserted. Stand by for pushback.
Firefly 235, push and start approved, face southwest.
Push and start approved, face southwest, Firefly 235. Okay, here comes our Mr. Man. And while we're waiting, strobes off, logo, wing inspection, taxi lights leave them off, seatbelts, they're all on. We're looking good up here, looking up there. All right. Get rid of these, get rid of those. Displays are looking good. There's a whole load of stuff I can play with here. Cockpit door, that should be okay. ECAS, APU on, seatbelts, auto brake RTO, no personal devices, parking brake on, no steer off. Release the brakes. Now, where is GSX taking me?
Flight deck, release parking brakes, please.
Okay, so I just need to make sure that they know where to bring me. For sure, it should be grand. Right, brakes off. Brakes off. Watch your engine settings, Murph. And we're
Ground
pushing.
To flight deck, all engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, start at will. Engine on the right-hand side coming alive. Now, don't make me famous, GSX. This should be a left turn now, lads. I want to be going hard, hard to the left. And the wipers working with the rain. Yeah, they work. Okay, right hand side says start, but no turkey. What's going on? Oh, they're just slow spooling up. GSX, you've made a complete and utter sputtering mess of that.
Ground to flight deck, please set parking brakes.
Okie doke. Face southwest, we're facing friggin' northeast. Anyway. I think GSX is bringing you to face south. Yeah, I don't know. Alpha's here, good to see you. in position, set parking brakes. Right, I think we'll just interrupt pushback. Yeah. Right. Sometimes GSX is brilliant, but other times I find it's friggin' nuts. And just like that, we fixed it. The wipers move very fast, don't they? Alright. Engine Wahid coming up. Will we hear it spool? Yeah, I never told ground which way to go. It just kind of... it happened ahead of me. Be grand. We won't worry about it. That is class looking, isn't it? Beautiful.
No. What happened? What happened? Oh no, how terrible. That's...
Chop. Right, now let's see. Engines. Park and brake, APU, right? That's okay. So generators are now running, APU off. I think we're good up here, lads.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Auto brake RTO, that's all okay. Let's have a look here. Departure briefing is... I'll talk to him. G'day, Shane. Can you talk us through our departure briefing, please? Park and brake as required.
Alright, Murph, here's the departure briefing. We'll be departing from runway 10 right. We'll follow radar vectors to P-Lig. Climb altitude initially to 4,000 feet. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Weather shows rain with winds at 090 at 11 knots. In case of an engine failure below 400 feet, we'll continue straight and follow ATC instructions. Above 400 feet, we'll follow the engine out sit procedure, climb altitude to 3,000 feet before turning back. For any issues before V1, we'll reject the takeoff. After V1, we'll continue and handle the emergency. We've been cleared as filed, squawk 3126, and departure frequency is 119.555. Flaps set to 5, V1 is 130 knots, VR is 131 knots, V2 is 136 knots. We'll climb altitude out at V2 plus 10 knots. Ready to go when you are, Captain.
Excellent. Flight controls, full forward. Full back. Full left. Full right. Quarter right. Quarter left. And spoilers. Alright. Okay, flight controls are done. No scare, good. ECAS and info, good. Alright. Alright, lads, I think we're looking good. I think. Let's see what happens. Gotta press toga, and then arm VNAV, and then nav. Harsh, Roger. Can I do toga now, I wonder? Imagine I can. Yes. And it'll be... Well, it won't be nav, because we're going to go heading. And then we'll activate autopilot. And then auto throttle. Right, that'll do. Ground, FireFly 235, request taxi.
Firefly 235, taxi to holding point runway 10 right via link 2 Alpha, hold short of runway 34.
Link 2 Alpha. Roger, taxi holding point runway 10 right via link 2 Alpha and hold short runway 34, Firefly 235. Alright. Taxiway Alpha's open. This is great news. Now, if you find that, say, Intentions is giving you the wrong taxiway, this is something very cool. I'll show you this briefly. If you go down into your pilot portal and ramble down to where it says Taxi Tuner, in here, this is where you can load in. Manu Divil. This is where you can load in Taxi Tuner, Murph. This is where you can load in a profile. So if we put in Dublin, find, it's using this one, and you select that as your default. So you can literally go in and close Alpha if you wish, right? And how you select it is, you can have a look. So I'm going to save this and set as default. So forevermore now, it won't give me that taxiway. Isn't that deadly, isn't it? CP, welcome in. Alright. Off the brake. Bit of oomph. And we're rolling. We're rolling. So it's link 2 and then Alpha. So it's straight on. Who's the MD-11? Your mama. Looking good. It's raining. Who's in the 7-4? Rippy and Mad Divillion. Alright. Is this live weather? According to the sim it is, yeah. Oh, it's a TriStar. Sorry, Malky. It's a TriStar. I should have known. The MD-11, this engine is way up the top. The TriStar, she's a lot lower. That's interesting. Murphy has failed his aircraft recognition course once again. He'll now go back to playing Roblox. Funny looking 7-4. No, that's a 7-4 there, look. It's just levitating. Use minimum power, we shall. It's all grand, lads. Now we need to hold short.
Firefly 235, cross runway 34, then continue taxi via Sierra 7, hold short of runway 10 right.
Roger, cross runway 34, continue taxi Sierra 7, holding short runway 10 right, Firefly 235. A full-length departure. This is great news.
Runway 34.
Nar wheel. Oh, we're looking good, Oh, Jesus! I'm liking this livery, Cyrus. Very nice indeed. I'll be waiting on Shannon to give you marks on your gymnastic flips. Yeah, let's see what happens this time round. I, for one, am excited. Yes.
Approaching runway 34.
Caution. Alright. Let us see what's going to happen, friends. This is terribly exciting. I'm on the EICK today, lads. Wouldn't you know, I was on the pints last night. Yeah, Cyrus, I love it, man. This is awesome. And we've the Dougal McTavish little logo from the front, look. Dougal McTavish, the chairman. Brilliant. Right, it's a long old taxi, this one, isn't it?
Hello, and welcome on this flight with FireFly Air. Thank you for choosing us as your airline today. Please give us your full attention while we demonstrate the safety features on this aircraft.
Get back, you 7-4!
Must follow the cruise instructions at all time, including any displayed signs or notices. Check that your luggage is securely placed under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. To fasten your seatbelt, push the two sections of the belt together and pull the belt tight. To open the belt, just lift the flap. As turbulences may occur unexpectedly, keep your seatbelt fastened and visible all the time when seated. If the seatbelt sign is on, please get back to your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Permitted electronic devices may be used in flight mode. Other devices than handheld must be...
The wipers are mad, they move very fast, don't they?
...for takeoff and landing.
Don't mess with them.
Our flight is operated as a non-smoking flight. Smoking or vaping is not allowed anywhere in the aircraft.
They're big enough.
There are 8 exits out of this plane. If you want to leave mid-flight, be aware parachutes are not included. In case of an emergency, there will be lighting in ceiling and floor to the nearest exit. Ladies and gentlemen, we would not have shown up if we expected a decompression on this flight. But in the event of a decompression, oxygen mask will drop automatically from the panel above you. Pull down firmly on the mask to start the flow of oxygen. Put it over your mouth and nose and adjust it by pulling on the elastic bands on both sides. Secure your mask first before helping your children or a fellow passenger. If our captain makes our flight a cruise, you find your life vest under your seat. If instructed by the cabin crew, put it over your head and secure the belt tight around your waist. When leaving the aircraft, pull sharp on the red tab to inflate it. The vest can also be inflated or topped up with a mouthpiece if needed. In the seat pocket in front of you, there is the safety information card. You maybe read it before you need it. And now we only can say, sit back and enjoy the flight.
Shout out to the lovely Kaharia. She made us that sound file, oh Jesus, years ago now. Very good, isn't it? That's, you know, when you fly with luxury, yes, the very comfortable airline. Jesus, me seat. Very comfortable airline, you know. Deadly voice. A deadly voice is riot. Alright, so we have to go all the way to Sierra 7. Jesus, there's buttons. Mr. Anderson himself. Hello there. It's all happening now. Mr. Anderson, thank you very much indeed for the super chat. Very kind of you, sir. Airlock Doc is in the house. Welcome aboard. As he's a very kind, thank you very much indeed. Insane generosity.
FireFly 235, contact tower on 118.6, safe flight.
Over to tower 118.6, FireFly 235, thanks very much. Alright. 118.6. We'll sit, wait, and there's a queue. Yeah, it's mad. Your generosity, lads, these are absolutely friggin' nuts. Nuts, I say. But thank you very, very much. Twitch has this weird thing this month. They do these partnership things that you get, you know, either 50. So how it works is a sub, your subscription, you'll either get 50% and Twitch get 50%, or if you get to tier 1, you get 60% and they get 40%, or tier 2, which if we hit this month, we've hit it for 3 months in a row, that 70% goes to this Egypt and Twitch take 30%. And we've hit it for the last 2 months in a row. And it's based on like gifted subs and all this kind of jazz. So it'd be kind of rad and nice and brilliant, and you know, I can buy a second pair of sunglasses. But apart from that, it just blows my mind, the generosity. It is unbelievable. So thank you. Thank you very, very much indeed. Tower. Now, Say Intentions doesn't vector multiplayer aircraft and the AI yet, right? It'll happen. But any landing you can recover from after flying with Murph is a win. I agree. Do I collect model planes? Model plane guy, good to see you. I have a few, yes. Tower, FireFly 235, holding short runway 10 right at Sierra 7. We're ready to go.
Hello there.
Bonnie, thank you very much indeed for the follow.
FireFly 235, Dublin Tower, runway 10 right, winds 090 at 11, cleared for takeoff.
Hello there.
Clear for takeoff, runway 10 right, FireFly 235. Murph, I saw the video you, the strength machine, you used the wrong video. I didn't upload that video, that was a Gibbo Ireland. And he waited until he only recorded the first bit where I didn't actually give it the full smashing. Yes. I got 28. It should have been a lot more.
I put the
Jesus! Filthy! Filthy, you're ridiculous. Did you just see what he did? Filthy giving 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Like a mad lad.
10 right.
Filthy, thank you very much indeed. Lads, if you've got a tier 1 sub, thanks to Filthy. Well, do be sure to say thank you. Very kind of you, sir. Cheers, bud. Alright, there goes the L1011. Easy, Betsy. Did you hear the noise of this thing in the Savage? Yes. Both of those mallets in the video were bright red. Easy now. So we pretty much want this gadget on runway heading, because it did say vectors. Usually they tell you fly runway heading.
Runway 10 right.
But sure, listen.
8,600 feet.
Chrono on. Auto of throttle on. Thrust set. Walking, talking and squawking. Let's go flying. And it's stable. Take off. Alright. Beautiful sounds. Airspeed alive. Don't crash on takeoff. Oh, she's a bit windy here, lads. V1. Rotate. Yupsie daisy. Pause the ready to climb. Gear up. That's one. Pops in. Decent climb out. Auto throttle set. We're calling it 200 knots. Let's bring it up the hill a bit.
FireFly 235, contact Dublin departure on 119.555.
Over to departure 119er 555. FireFly 235. Dublin departure, good afternoon. FireFly 235 is passing 2,000 for 4,000 on a 096 heading. Alright.
FireFly 235, Dublin departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 100, turn right heading 255, direct P-lig when able, then continue on course.
Roger, up to flight level 10,000, right turn heading 255 degrees, 255 degrees, direct P-lig, FireFly 235. Keep returning. Keep returning. 255 degrees. Right turn all the way until we get direct P-lig.
235, contact Dublin Centre on 120.755.
Over to Dublin 120.755, FireFly 235. Dublin Centre, good afternoon. FireFly 235, we are passing 4,000 for 10,000, turning right for a heading of 255, direct P-lig. Up the hill. Beautiful.
FireFly 235, Dublin Centre, good evening. Dublin altimeter 1014, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Dublin altimeter 1014, climb maintain flight level 180, FireFly 235. 6,000 feet. Let us horse in. We'll go direct Peleg. Peleg. XHQ. Nav. VNav. And flight level. Up the hill we go. Speed, let's go FMS. And let's blast off. So we're looking good. We're at 6,000. Let's go to standard pressure. So far so good. Execute the plan, please. Go. And we're now direct Peleg. All is looking terribly well. Hello, Dublin. Look at the state. Absolutely gorgeous looking. Jesus. Isn't that gorgeous, isn't it? Who comes up with these? They're beautiful. We're on the road again, lads. Heading straight to Shannon. So Heisenberg, the A220, it is very, very good. We've had one major issue on landing. It absolutely launched us into the Bijani then. And it looks like a bug, right? Other people have had it as well. We're going to try this flight. Let's see what happens. But yeah, it's an awesome airplane. Very interesting. Looks great. Looks incredible. Sounds incredible. I'm digging the systems. Performance is a little bit heavy. It's flyable, but the performance is heavy. But yeah, I think the that landing bug is an issue. It's something to do with like landing gear compression. They need to kind of figure it out. But by and large, yeah, it's very good. If you're on the fence, stay on the fence until it's properly fixed. But just know it is an aircraft very much worthy of your virtual hangar. We just need to see them fixes, you know. But I'm enjoying it, man. It's an awesome plane. I'm loving it. Amazing. Climb flight level 200. Roger, climb flight level 200. FireFly 235. ATC be given out, you like, you know. Maybe that's why they were talking about. Yeah. But it's a really nice plane, man. I mean, my first flight, I had that bug, right? Hopefully it doesn't happen now. You know. Yeah, what's going on with VATSIM, lads? Settings conflict. What's this now? We have found local settings on your device. You need to decide what to do with them. Oh. VATSIM is currently experiencing an outage. Ooh. Now, there's still aircraft flying online, but it says it's on an outage. DDoS attacks affecting VATSIM. Yeah, they almost... Well, that's what the website shows. Partially degraded performance. We are currently investigating. That's mad, isn't it? Yeah, look at the view. Look at the state. Isn't that amazing, isn't it? It's friggin' gorgeous. Alright, 1,000 feet to go. You saw nothing. Them lights are already off. I don't know what you're talking about. They were off, look. Yeah. Oh, passengers, you poor old devils. God love you. Go on, you can get out for now. Ramble now, lads. Right, checklists. I'm a good lad for the checklists. That was before... Jeez. That was before start. After takeoff. And then it's going to be descent and approach. Now, let's configure for a landing. ILS Shannon 109.5. This should go in automatically. Does it not? It's the ILS approach. But anyway, that's our route page. So nav needs to go to return 109.50. 109.50. Return 109.50, and we'll go 109.50. It says auto, so I imagine once we get close enough it'll go automatic, lads. Would that be a fair assumption? Assumption is the mother of all, well, we know. My trip back from Oshkosh, the A220 we were supposed to fly, had hydraulic issues, so it never left the ground. Ended up driving 3 of us to Milwaukee to catch a flight from there. What a day. Jeez, 75 miles south of Osh. They drove you? In a bus? Or in a car? That's nuts. Right, this is what the hell weather's going to look like. I want to say we're cloud surfing, but like, you know, we're not really cloud surfing. How's everyone getting? They're speedy, wicked lumberjacks. Just gotta hope, man, or made the bat. Goose, your mama, idle cut off, Angels 1-5. Rippy is there. Oh, that's very pretty, isn't it? Look at that. Ah, look at the state of that. Be Janie then, isn't it? Only gorgeous. Don't forget, lads, if you do like this sort of content, do be sure to hit the L thumbs up button if you're watching us over on the tube. It helps the stream by recommending it to people who ordinarily wouldn't be watching it. And then they come here and they're like, what the hell is this? Clear for a flyby, you say. Try that again with volume. Oh, heck yeah. It's very nice, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you to me. Idle cutoff, yes. I can't see it, but yeah. Horse it on there now. Oh, there you are there, look. Brilliant. Drove you down in an SUV. That's mad, isn't it? Right, here's Pelic. Brilliant. It's all coming together now, lads. Inoku, Degan, and then we're down for the owl arrival. Captain Gaiman is here, good to see you. Yeah, it's so good, Filthy, isn't it? That flyby feature. Got to see Fond du Lac Airport from the highway. That's mad, man. Who was the airline? Heisenberg. Right. So far, so good. Now, in terms of altitudes, our star, at Deegan, we want to be down at 8,000, so I'm going to go ahead and set 8,000. ADC will probably give us something different. But we're going to set 8,000, because that's where it should be, right? Circuit breaker, we're okay on this flight. And again, we're talking about bugs. Maybe it could be tied to like a circuit breaker issue. Like, it's mad, you just wouldn't know. You flew with Delta. Well, at least they got you there, but man, that was some messing, wasn't it? This thing is a machine. We're looking good, lads. Dare I say we're looking good. Now, what do these buttons do? Huh. screen brightness. Make it nice and bright. There are screens. It's quite a basic aircraft when you think about it, isn't it? And it has cup holders, you know. Really joining me flying the 220.
Send via Digan 2 Echo to 3000 into Shannon. QNH 1014.
Roger, we will descend via the Digan 2 Echo arrival down to 3000 feet into Shannon. QNH 1014. FireFly 235. So it's going to be 8,000 then 3,000, right? Let us see. Yeah, she's very cough, study level cough. But apart from the bugs, I'd say yeah. I say bugs, bug.
Hello there.
But yeah, can't be sure. Now, weather. Why can't I turn the weather on? Weather radar? The weather radar not supposed to be like automatic on this, no? Standby weather. I've shagged it. Why can't I turn on the weather? Or is there no weather radar for this, lads? No? We don't have a weather radar. Ah, okay, right, okay. Alright. The terrain map is pretty cool, but it has to live outside of the sim. You know. Ice detected. Now, at what stage are you going to descend us there now, Chief? Because this is going to get us to Digan after a top of drop. That's incorrect. We need to be at 8,000 feet for Digan. We need to descend there. At what stage must you drop the nose down? VNAV. Alt mode. No.
FireFly 235. Contact Shannon Center on 124.7.
Over to Shannon 124.7. FireFly 235. Jamie Gray, good to see you, bud. Dougal McTavish, welcome in. Shannon Control, FireFly 235, flight level 200. We're going to be descending via the Digan 2 Echo arrival. Jesus. We need to start descending here.
FireFly 235, Shannon Center, identified. Greetings.
Greetings. So, I know it says 8,000 or above, but like, you know what I mean? Let's see what happens. Yeah, but like 8,000 or above, it's only now starting to drop us. That's weird, isn't it? Trust in the plane, Murphy. Trust in technology and you're going to be absolutely fine. Yeah, right. It said in a proud and happy voice. Firefly link. I do like this. Right. Top and drop, and then we're going to go all the way in. It's not the plan. Ulsit is our next waypoint. And Ulsit is going to be 8,000. Then it's over to Turdu at 6,000, and then we're in. Elpom at 3. It should descend automatically when you reach top of drop, if not hit FLC. Sound, okay. Only issue I have with that terrain map, it auto starts when I open the sim. Yeah. It changes something on your EXE file.
FireFly 235, contact Shannon. Approach on 120.2.
Over to approach on 120.2, FireFly 235, take care. 120.2. Shannon approach, good afternoon, FireFly 235, descending from flight level 180 down to 8,000.
FireFly 235, Shannon approach identified. Good evening. Expect the ILS runway 6 approach into Shannon. Advise you have information November.
Ability 10 kilometers. Rain. View at 2,500. Broken at 7,000. Temperature 17. Dew point 12. QNH 1014.
Roger, we will expect the ILS runway 6 approach into Shannon, and we have information November on board. FireFly 235. Hampus, good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. It's been a minute, Hampus. Hope you're well. 53 miles from Deegan to Elpam, divide by 3 gives you 17. You needed to lose 17,000, so it all works out. Yeah. So far, so good. Right, passengers, sit down, shut up. Yes. Alright, Shane, let's talk through our arrival briefing, please.
Alright,
Sounds
Murph,
great.
we're heading into Shannon on runway 6. Using the ILS approach, we'll fly the Digan 2 Echo arrival. Transition level is 60.
Straightforward. It's been 5 years, dude. That's mad. 5 years. I haven't aged a day. Sure I haven't, Hampus. Right. This is nice. Down through the clouds, man. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? The sim just looks so good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, we're in the messy stuff now. And we shall plan for a landing. So we're saying 8,000. It wants 6. Ulcet should be at 8 or 6. Tirdu is going to be 6. So let's tell it 6. In actual fact, let's tell it 3. That's going to be our final drop. So let's see what happens. Oh, look at the views. Look, jeez. The views are unreal, aren't they? What a beautiful way to fly. Beautiful weather. Jeff Faviano in the chat. Good to see you, man. Jeff, it tried to kill us on our first landing. It threw us upside down. It's like going off the handlebars of a bicycle. It's a bug. Murphy's Law, first landing, right? Performance is heavy though. Yes, Malky, many times I've gone over the handlebars of my own bicycle. Jeez, terrible. It was a three-wheeler? Yeah, that does sound like Murph, alright. Jeez, it's beautiful out here, isn't it? Look at this. Alright, 900,000, lights coming on. Graduated school, stopped flight sim and gaming, left for university, inevitably ended up selling your computer. On away. Spent the last 3 years on the move. Norway, Australia and the US. That's awesome, buddy. Starting your commercial pilot training. Dude, that's awesome news. On yourself, Ampus. That's great news, buddy. Alright, descent and approach. Anti-ISS. FMS is set. Minima. We need a minima. Oh. 246. 246. Tune menu. Into the gadget with the thing with the yoke with the balls. Where does it go? It was in here, wasn't it? Aha. I knew I'd find it. Ooh, Barrow. And we're going to set you to, what did we say it was? 246. We can't do 6. We'll do 250. I may or may not have bodily hit a pedestrian after braking hard. Uh-oh. And I see you've made it big as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. Did you learn how to update your navigraph in this airplane? I did, Jeff. Well, when you say learn how to do it, I kind of, square peg into a round, right? But yeah, I'm able to load it in. Are you stuck with it? Push PFD nav. Yes. Took me way too long to figure it out. You're on the old EICK. Yeah. I know. I was messing around with it earlier on. We kind of got it. But, yeah. We have it sorted now, But yeah, I'm loving, like, as I said, one bug, and like it's a bit of a game breaker, because like it flips you over, so like that rules VATSIM and all that jazz out. So hopefully they fix it, man. It'll be shocking important that they fix it, and we'll see what happens. So heading down to 6,000 here over at Tirdu, and then we ramble into Shannon. Now, vacate the runway. We're going to look for Delta. So we pretty much have the full length of the runway here to land this. Do you know? So we'll see what happens. 1,000 feet to go. We shouldn't be on standard anymore, you muppet. There you go. 1,014 is set. Oh, look at the view over there. Jeez, look at the views, lads. This is live time. That's the Shannon Estuary. Foynes is over there. Ohnish Illumina is up there. Look at the views, man. That is stunning. Gorgeous. You could get the VATSIM controllers to rate me flip, right? Exodus, good to see you. I've been on the fence about purchasing this. What's your honest take on it? Is it worth the money at the moment, or is it worth holding off until more updates are rolled out? It's an exceptionally good airplane. Visually, systems and sounds are all excellent. There's a bug, and it's heavy on performance. The bug is a showstopper. Until that's actually fixed,
FireFly 235, turn right, heading 195, descend 3000, vectors for the ILS runway 6 approach.
Okay. Roger, right turn, 195, descend to 3000, and vectors for the ILS approach, FireFly 235. Right heading 195. Easy now. 195. Heading 195. Speed. Bring it down to old money, please. Watch your speed. But yeah, like, it is worth it, but like, just know they need to make fixes to it. Like, I would say, like, if you're going to buy this plane, you're going to buy it. I've flown it once. We've had a catastrophic bug. Easy now. Let's see what happens on this landing. You know what I mean? I've come to learn and I bought an underdish, a DF chopper. Wait, what? User unknown. Wait, I've come to learn I've bought a house underneath a Defence Forces chopper regular flight path. Oh, good man yourself. Easy on the brakes this time. Yeah. We'll see what happens here. Interesting that they gave us vectors, but sure, we'll go for them.
Firefly 235, turn left heading 060.
Left heading 060, Firefly 235.
2500.
Easy. Speed back, Murph. 060.
Firefly 235, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, Firefly 235. Is that a bug? I can't move the gadget. It won't go below 191. Why is that now? Uh-oh.
2500. 2500.
Ah, we're restricted because of our speed. Flaps! And bring it down to 180. That's interesting. It wouldn't allow you to drop the speed beneath the flaps. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Confirm with the EFB what version the aircraft is. .03.
Hello there.
What's the bug? It absolutely launches you into the stratosphere on landing. They call it a gear compression bug, but yeah.
Hello there.
Say intentions, this is going to be interesting. We're on a zero.
Firefly 235, 5 miles from Asgon. Turn left heading 015. Cleared for the ILS runway 6 approach.
Okay, the plane is drunk. I want to turn left heading. The plane is turning me right. Jesus. Turn left heading 015. Clear for the ILS approach. Firefly 235. Did you see that? I literally was turning left and the plane wanted to go right. Reached.
2500. Auto throttle.
Right.
Auto throttle.
We have control. Did anyone else see that? That was like terribly wrong.
Firefly 235, contact Shannon Tower on 118.7.
Can I get a refund?
Over to Shannon, 118.7, Firefly 235. Maybe not use auto brakes. I'm afraid of them shagging things. Shannon, Firefly 235, inbound for visual runway 06.
Firefly 235, Shannon Tower, cleared for the approach runway 06, continue approach.
Clear for the approach 06, continue, Firefly 235. Right, speed coming down. Yeah, I'm not going to use the auto brakes. Right. This is some crack, isn't it? Easy now. It looks absolutely gorgeous though, I will say that. I went to turn left and the plane turned me right. That's just very strange. I don't know why it did that. Watch your speed. Let's have the gear. Beautiful. Murphy, you seem anxious. Yep. It's going to be grand. I can't see the shagging runway. It's going to be grand, so it is. You know. I can see the runway. And there's the wet stuff hitting us. Jeez, look at the...
235, runway 06, winds 1307, clear to land.
Clear to land 06, FireFly 235. Right, inbound. Just don't be you, Murph, it'll be fine. Roger. Grand give out. Auto brakes and wing wobble on landing were fixed. Don't know. Flaps 3. So what happened to me with the auto brakes the last time, it automatically nosed up. It's like the plane tried to do its own flare with the autopilot off. Didn't seem right, did it? It's feedback I'll give them though, you know what I mean? You have to build trust with the airplane. Jeff, go back like an hour. You want to see me landing into Dublin?
60% of the
I mean, it was beautiful, but like
every time.
Yeah, right. All right, watch your speed. Flaps 4. No pressure. Yeah, here we go. Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I agree.
1,000.
Murphy, will you get on track there now, you muppet? 13 knots of headwind, lads. They don't call him Captain Kangaroo Murphy for nothing. Oh, look, no, I've made the balls of it. Easy now. Fix it, Murphy. Yes. All is well. Will we give it full flaps for the crack? Right. They're all hanging out now, lads. Watch your speed. Gently does it, Murphy. And we're going no auto brake because we're mad. Back in the glide, you muppet. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can see it. Easy.
400.
Easy.
300. Approaching minimums. 200.
Continue. We have all the runway here, so like, you know. Oh jeez, the wind.
50. 30.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy.
Who was that? Who was that?
10.
Look, it noses up itself. Is that a feature of the airplane? What the deuce? Reversers. Hold the center line. Spoilers. Like, now look, no hands. If this launches me again, it's shagged. 85 knots the last time, wasn't it? Okay, we're live. Why does it nose up? Is that like is it an aircraft feature?
Welcome to Shannon. Contact ground on 121.8.
Over the ground now, 121.8 for FireFly 235. Thanks. It's a good one now, isn't it? It's a feature. Should it nose up itself, lads? That doesn't make sense. I nose up sometimes too. It doesn't seem right. Why is the plane correcting itself? If it's a real thing, well then it really does throw an extra layer of learning to the aircraft, you know? Like, it'd be cool, but like, you know. Ground, good afternoon. FireFly 235, we have vacated the runway onto Delta. Request parking. Alright, let's tidy up.
FireFly 235, taxi to Terminal 1, Gate 26B via Delta Alpha. Good day.
Terminal 1, Gate 26 Bravo. We're going to go via Delta and Alpha. FireFly 235, good day. You must be flying the posh version.
Runway 2.
It comes with the nose up. No, I'll feed this back to them. Like, the communication with iniBuilds is excellent. They'll tell you straight, yeah, okay, or no, we haven't seen it yet, Murph. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not at all worried there. Like, if this aircraft is definitely on your radar to say, should you get it? Yes. I mean, waiting if you wait, the waiting is probably going to save you a bit of frustration if, you know, if them bugs friggin' come to life, right? But I think if you're hard to set in the aircraft anyway, you're probably going to pick it up, you know? Performance needs to be optimized. Even now, like, I think, okay, granted, we're using multiplayer, but, like, performance is heavy, do you know? Now, is it unflyable? Absolutely not. It's fine. And as I say, if they just, like, once them bugs are sorted, then she's sorted. Do you know, they sort out the bugs, well then it's a bulletproof airplane. It's a very, very good aircraft. Like, my genuine response is I really like this. It suits my style of flying, as in it's kind of a short haul, medium haul. The looks, the sounds, the systems, everything's pretty cool on this. And as I say, it's down to a couple of bugs. So, like, there's going to be patches left, right and centre. Once she's sorted, right? Based on that, I'm buying it. And does it. Like, I think if you're holding off, you're going to dodge a bit of frustration if the bugs happen. But I think if you've been really wanting this aircraft, you're probably going to pick it up. That flight there was pretty okay. I need to figure out the landing. I don't know, is that only happening to me? It noses up itself right in the flare. I need to read up on that. And there's other quirks about the aircraft, but that's part of the simulation. Do you know what I mean? Now, where's 2.6? Over there on the right. Easy now, Jemima. Slow her down, Murph. Slow her down. 100% recommend. It's been a bit quirky, yes, but like you said, Synaptic and iniBuilds have been very receptive. Happy supporting the product. Yeah. For me, it's more so I'm going to Japan this weekend, so I didn't know if I was worth spending $70 right now or just waiting. Yeah, just wait a few weeks, right? Like, hear those engines. Like, bloody hell. Listen. Sound is different each time you spill them, depending on the speed in which you spill them. That's incredible. Right, Murphy, where exactly are you going? What do you say? 26B? Where's 25? Is it now? $26A. 26B. Ah, yes, it shall be here. Easy now. There's Timmy. Come on, go on, Timmy. You're the man in charge. Jesus, how close do you want us, Timmy? That's kind of close, Chief. We're going to hit the oaks left and right. Owl Jimmy's drunk, is he? Brakes on. Engines off. Alright. When I first got it, I sat there for 5 minutes spooling up and down. Yeah, so good. Maybe you could smell something nice on landing. Or maybe you could smell something nice, right? I spent the week flying the Contrail Falcon 50. Yeah, Noddy, that's really nice, isn't it? Nice machine. Alright, so dual ADSB, that's okay. Slash flap fail. FMS 1 fail. Wait now, was the APU not on, sure? Why are you giving out to me? The APU is on. Right. GSX, there's no profile here for Shannon either. Mad Divil. Right, attach the GPU and there's no air stairs in this aircraft. I wonder, do the real ones have an air stair? Ground equipment GPU is connected, yet we don't have external power. Hello. Why is that now? I wonder, is it a conflict with GSX? I need to sneeze. I need to have another like sneeze button because I almost never pressed it. You parked a bit too short. Listen. Say no more. Say no more. Look at the walking, your man. Look. You parked too short. I have to walk longer. Why don't I have external power? Oh, hang on. Now it says GPU attached. No. Nope. Right. I wonder, did I break something in the circuit breakers? Off peak gob than I did. How do we fix these now, lads? Is there a page for the circuit breakers, you're telling me? Oh, the beacon light. Oh, really? No, the beacon light is only for GSX, lads. Night Falcon, good to see you. So where do we get into our circuit breakers? Reset all. Data. No, not data. Let's try menu. Maintenance. Here we go. No, just throttle. If the beacon light is on, ground power won't work. No, that's a GSX thing. There's a bug here, look. Now it's working. Or is that an aircraft thing? If the beacon light is on, you can't have... Oh, hang on a second. It's the aircraft. Right. Beacon light off. And then... Okay. I sit corrected. Yeah, I sit... In the EFB, you can set the beacon light to disconnect the GPU. Right. Okay, thank you. Now, on the left side of the radio panel, CBs are in the SYN page. Left-hand side of the radio, SYN. So I can see the CB format already open. We have them open over here, look. But how do we fix them? Oh, this way. Look. Lock. What does it mean by lock? Unlock. Right, in. Oh, this is very good, isn't it? In. And in. Okay, so offline. No. Trip. Alright, so we fixed the circuit breaker. That's how we do it. Right, okay. Okay. And they've cleared here now, look. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. That's very good. I was going to use this stream as a guide for working the plane. Uh-oh. Apologise to GSX, you have my unreserved... Well, in fairness, I mean, you tried to crash us into the shack. You need to be more constructive in your... Right. But yeah. Oh, what's this now? Alright. There's much more I need to learn about this airplane, but it's very good. It's very good. Attached covers. Like, it's class, lads, isn't it? Like, right. She's heavy on the frames, and I got a horrible, we got a horrible bug where it slingshotted the airplane into the friggin' outer hemisphere. But apart from that, I'm digging the airplane. I think it's really good. I'm after leaving my taxi light on. I mean, like, honest to goodness, there's like skill issues here today. Also didn't really like that, the way it takes ages to load things in. And now if you want to turn it off. And there. We've managed to turn everything off. That's pretty... Now how did I do that? Right, I fixed it. Yeah, I'm really impressed by this. One critical bug, performance, room to improve. But I gotta say, I like it. It's loads of potential. Loads of potential. You just started streaming. Yeah. Wait, well. I know, I gotta say, lads, I do like it. And there's weathering effects here as well, actually. Hang on, that's on the tablet, isn't it? Isn't there a way we can weather the airplane? Where did I see that? Aircraft settings, weathering. Will this turn it into a dirty bird? Well, it kind of does. Or it does. Hang on a second. Yeah, it kind of does. Bit of stuff under the wings. Right? Definitely on the nose. Right in the schnoz. Oh yeah, clean your plane, mate. Imagine seeing that. Wouldn't you run them? I like the look of this too. You right? And let's clean it. Pshing. Shiny. Do we still have the dirt under the wings? Yeah, we kind of do, but our nose is now clean. Voila. It is clean. I really like this plane. I'm going to fly this more. If they can fix that bug, and they will, because I'm confident they will, it's just going to be excellent. It just is. I can make it grubby, dirty. I know it's a new plane, Tyrus, but maybe. Yeah, right. Is revision due out on Tuesday? Yes, Steve. Yeah. Like, as I say, I'm running version 1.03 right now, but that's not to say that's the final version. They can probably horse in another patch. You know what I mean? If it showed damage for earlier, yeah. I'll fly this, your other 200 in the hangar. Yeah. No, it's lads. There's one big problem. It happened on our first flight. It didn't happen on our second flight. Will it happen on more flights? I couldn't tell you. The performance is a little bit heavy, especially multiplayer. But it looks great. It sounds great. The systems are really good. And I haven't found... Like, that's one bug. It's a big bug, but one bug. I'm quite happy with this. Do you know? So we'll have to wait and see what the crack is. But anyway, lads, that's going to do it for this evening. I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in on your Sunday evening. Next week's schedule in English has been posted. You'll find it over on our Discord. Busy week. What are we doing? I do forget sometimes what I'm actually up to. Ooh, wait now. Do. Let us look at the schedule for next week, friends. Bing. Oh, Jesus. So here's our schedule for next week. So Monday, Tomorrow, we continue on with our DC-6, the mighty DC-6. Prop job, part 6. We're flying between Colombia and Venezuela. Thanks, Daza. So that's tomorrow night. Challenging landing here into Carnivale. On Tuesday, another flight again. We're going to be flying in the A220, right? That one is from Larnaca to Santorini, which of course means a Wales. So it's going to be nice when we get out there. And we're going to fly that one again, right? Because I've enjoyed flying it today. Wednesday night, we're bringing the news and we're going to be checking out, we'll go over the 114. We'll go over probably the A220, and we have some sceneries to check out as well. And I think Zach from Mosa will be joining us on the live stream. Thursday during the day, we're going to be doing some on-air stuff. We're going to be flying in the Grand Caravan out of Augusta, and we're going to have a look at the maintenance module and, you know, the consequence of where we're figuring out damage, maintenance, inspections. How do we figure out all of this? We're going to look into that on Thursday. Thursday night, we're going to be taking our 737 MAX out of, we're going to Japan. It's going to be brilliant. And then on Friday night, an updated DC-3 livery, thanks to Cyrus. It's now fully compatible with 2024. We're going to be flying the DC-3, and we're heading out to the airport in the sky, Catalina, off the coast there in LA. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a challenging landing, and we're going to be starting off up near Yosemite on the way down. I do love the DC-3. It's one of my absolute favorite aircraft. And now that we have the FireFly Air livery working in it as well, I can't wait to fly this on Friday. Very much looking forward to this, as with all our flights. So we have a busy week ahead of us, lads. Do be sure to keep up to date over on Discord, ! Discord. Right, that'll tell you where we are. And yeah, lads, apart from that, that's going to do it for today. We'll see you tomorrow, 1900 Zulu time. Until then, take it fierce handy, and we'll see you on the next one. Do you know? Don't hit me with a frying pan! Oh, jeez! This is here! You just hit me with a frying pan!
Did you make a noise?
Of course I made a noise! You hit me with a frying pan in my head!
Turn around!
Why would you hit me with a frying? Don't hit me again! Ah! Yes, it makes a noise! You're hitting me with a frying pan! Annalisa, did you put her up to that? Jesus, me head! Oh, who hit someone? I mean, come on! Who hit someone with a frying pan, for God's sake? Oh, very hollow sounding. What? What are you talking about, hollow sounding?
Few men even consider the possibility of life on other planets. Yet, across the Gulf...
Jesus! What was that? I was about to say something and you hit me in the head. Christ! Hang on. I found more of these flamingos. Jesus. Me over and pour me out. Ah, Jesus.
Oh, stop.
You see, hands. Is Mike Roch in the chat? Mike Roch? That's brilliant. Hey, everybody. Is there a Mike Roch here? Is Mike Roch here? Fairmount Gold combines personalized...
I'm sorry, did you just say orgy food?
Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Oh no, I made a terrible mistake. Into beta, reverse it.